staying alive. All that I feel is a fire inside. I have outrun it. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. Some things are different, but nothing has changed. Still got my number, still got my name. Tell everybody I'm back in the game. This is my time, faster than ever, hungry and I'm going to come back and take what is mine, bigger and better. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. Some things are different, but nothing has changed. Still got my number, still got my name. Tell everybody I'm back in the game. Saddle, cut to the chase. I ain't somebody who stays in one place. Ready to go, I'm coming to play. You better know I still got something to say. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. Some things are different, but nothing has changed. Still got my number, still got my name. Tell everybody I'm back in the game. match I couldn't handle. No one else could ever hold a candle. Get ready for a battle, cause you know that I was born for this. I was born for this. Never met a match I couldn't handle. No one else could ever hold a candle. Get ready for the battle, 'cause you know I was born. I tell you I was born for this. Ain't nothing gonna stop me now. I was born for this.
You're looking live at the virtual Dover Motor Speedway. It is the next side of the NC811 Call Before You Dig Cup Series, sanctioned by the SIM500 Esports League. Obviously, we're in the first state of Delaware, if you didn't know that. Virtual sim here tonight. And of course, in addition to that, this track originally was also a horse racing track. Yes, equestrian racing.
And it's still there.
And it's still there. You're exactly right. And of course, a couple of times a year they do use it for horse racing. But it is the concrete mile monster that is the Dover Motor Speedway. And you just heard John Muschamp. I'm Wesley Outland. John, we're ready to go at Dover, brother. Good evening to you.
I freaking love this track, Wesley. It is literally one of my favorite tracks to watch a race happen at. It's one of my favorite tracks to drive a virtual race car on. I am so freaking excited to be here tonight, buddy.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun time. We welcome you to coverage, of course, here at the Dover Motor Speedway for our events of iRacing on LSRTV. This is going to be an exact fun show. Dover is one of those tracks where you really know you really don't know, John, what it's going to be like. Of course, you could have the caution flag field moments. You can see the green flag runs. You can have a mixture of both. Obviously, 2, 3, 4 wide racing is going to be a premium. And another thing that's going to be exciting is we're on concrete. And I think it's our first race this year on a concrete racetrack. And that's really going to be abrasive on tires.
Yes, sir, it is. I was just talking to Cody pre-race, our illustrious producer down there. I've done a bunch of racing this week on this track in all 3 series. And I can tell you the one thing we can look for tonight, and especially with these cats right here, the SIM500 boys, I see some long green flag runs. And what you're going to see is almost a 2-second speed difference from the drop of the green flag till they decide to pit and take fuel and tires. It's going to be hard on tires, but the fuel can last a long time. So you're going to see a bunch of different strategies, I think, tonight.
Yeah, let's take a look real quickly at the race 411 presented by LSRTV in the bottom left of the monitor. Of course, practice sessions ongoing. Qualifying, they're going to go 200 miles, 134 laps here around, of course. Actually, correction, this is not a 1.5 mile track. This is a 1 mile track. So actually, they're going to go 134 laps on a 134 miles, the distance here tonight for this event. Now, that's presented by LSRTV. H&L Performance. Weather conditions on the other right side of the monitor. There you go, 78 degrees. Holy cow, John. Track temp at 102 in the sim tonight. That's going to be crazy, buddy. It's almost 30+ degrees warmer than the air temp.
Yes, sir. What you're going to see, it's going to be fun to watch, is these cars do a lot of drifting when they come off the turns on this slick track. It's going to be all about driver control. It's going to be all about controlling that slide on the exit of the corner, keeping that car going the right direction. This is a great track for drivers. This is what I like to call a driver-friendly track right here. It's not just mash the gas, pedal, and go. It's going to be fun to watch, I promise you.
John, my friend, have you recovered from the crazy finish last week, won by Chad Coleman at Talladega? Wow.
Dude, that was, I tell you what, I've been watching and doing these races for a long time, brother, and that was one of the craziest. I think we'll probably see another one tonight.
And mind you, congratulations on 2 of your iRacing wins here, yesterday and today, I believe.
Gracias, amigo. I appreciate that. Yeah, like I said, this is one of my favorite tracks on the circuit, dude. I love Dover. It's such a unique facility when you look at it. I mean, it's concrete for starters. We don't have many concrete tracks left out here. High banking, man. I mean, you've got high banking all the way around the track, from the turns down the stretches as well. And it provides some amazing moments. But, man, it's a narrow track. Well, as you see it right here with Elliott Henderson out there on his qualifying lap, folks, there are walls just a few feet away of you on the right side, and there's a wall down there on the left side. So if you get out of control and lose it, you're going to hit something. It's guaranteed.
Si, senor. And now we're qualifying here at the Dover Motor Speedway, as this is Elliott Henderson in the EHG.com entry number 37. We'll see what he can do, and we'll watch that car work his way around the racetrack. Of course, they got 5 minutes on the clock. The best of 2 laps on qualifying will set their lineup and their fate, if you will, for this event here tonight. As right now, Elliott Henderson, top of the board, 23:38. Also, Calantoni, Chatina, Gonzalez, DeBrown, all these cars on the racetrack in this solo qualifying run now, as we continue, John, seeing what the 37's got up his sleeve.
Yes, sir. I think we have 42 cars on the field. I was trying to count it a minute ago. A couple of guys came in late and one guy left. But it looks like we're going to have a full field. I don't know if we're going to have a heat race. We're going to find out here after qualifying. Because as you know, Wesley, qualifying, they take the fastest 38. And then whoever's left over races for 5 spots into the feature event. So we'll see how it turns out here. We got about 3 minutes left in qualifying, man. And right now we got some pretty fast times on track.
Yeah, we certainly do. I mean, some heavy contenders. Here goes the DuPont number 24 Ford Nicorette entry of Jose Medina in 24.
That's a sin, man.
What?
You don't put the 24 on a Ford. Come on. Come on.
Yeah, opinions vary.
It's a HMS thing, man. HMS has always been
I see what you're saying. I do. Yeah. Medina crossed the line, by the way. Speaking of Hendrick Motorsports, Chase Elliott finally ended a drought in oval races that last almost 540 days today at Dover. Of course, the race was rained out due to weather yesterday at the Dover Motor Speedway, of course. That's what everybody calls it now. Dover Speedway, Dover International Raceway.
The Monster Mile.
The Monster Mile is obviously its nickname. And, yeah, hey, we talk Dover. This weekend we go to Darlington for the throwback race, and that's going to be going on. Of course, we'll be at Darlington next week because usually, John, the SIM500 NC8 One Call Before You Dig Cup Series mimics the real Cup schedule. And Scott Stensel's on track qualifying in 42.
Usually they do, but on good authority that, oh, wait. I don't know if I'm supposed to say anything. Never mind. Disregard that, please.
No, you can tell us, please. Tell
me. No. Sorry. That's a forthcoming announcement, and we should have some word on it here in the next couple of days. But I was sworn to secrecy, and I almost broke that promise. Hey, look, Falkingham's out on track, Wesley.
Yeah, Falkingham got 2 wins this year. Of course, two wins back-to-back by ING for a former champion on the series. And, of course, Chad Coleman now also the driver in the 38 out of Blackshear, Georgia, the all-time starter of the SIM500 series, has also got 2 wins along with him.
Well, I'll tell you what, both those drivers, amazing history so far here at SIM500. But I need to touch on Falkingham a little bit. He won again last night in the Xfinity Series. This kid, it seems like no matter what kind of a wheel he's holding in his hands, he's going to win with that vehicle. And then come to find out, he's also making a bid for the Road to Pro Championship. He's trying to get into the Road to Pro qualifying to go to the Coca-Cola Series next season. So I want to wish him all the luck in the world. And we were joking around with him last night after the race that we would love for him to go to the Coca-Cola Series. We're tired of him seeking up the show over here at the SIM500 group.
And normally that's the next step. Once you make it to some of the levels of the SIM500 or the next level would be, of course, the Road to Pro from there, and then, of course, the eNASCAR Coca-Cola Series. Here's John Fowler now, number 48, his Chevrolet working off the back straightaway, and he got the wall. He hit the wall, jumps below the bottom of the apron, and that's going to hurt his scary qualifying run, and his Camaro comes to a stop for Dirty Money Motorsports.
Yes, it does, and Dirty Monkey Motorsports, Dirty Monkey Graphics, that's John Fowler's team. and his graphics design business that he does also. One of my competitors, but he's a great guy. I like John. He's got some great designs out there. Everybody, I think, that races on his team, Dirty Monkey Motorsports, has a design done by him. But yeah, that's going to hurt his qualifying effort. He may have to do the last chance queue.
I don't believe we have any cars for the last chance qualifier.
We do. We have 7 of them. There are 45 cars on the server right now.
I'm sorry, my server was only showing 38.
Yep.
I was only seeing 38 cars, so.
Yeah, no worries. They're going to have 7 guys, and it looks like we're going to have Holyfield, O'Leary, Doug Roth, John Fowler, Jay Randall Watkins, Bobby Wetzel, and Kevin England are going to be these 7 cars duking it out for 5 spots, Wesley. So 2 of these guys are going home.
And now I finally realized why the hell my timing and scoring looks the way it does. It's 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, and 7, 7. So that's why it looked like it was off on timing and scoring. So yes, there is going to be this last chance race. And what do you take out of this? And I think that's a word that I always question. I use every week, say, you know, John. But the question is you've got, what, 8 laps? What can you learn in 8 laps that these other drivers that are getting ready to go to the A feature have already got not a chance to, you know, be able to chance to experience besides what they've done in practice and qualifying?
You can learn exactly how hard you can drive this car right now. It's amazing that this track changes the profile of the tire so quickly, depending on how hard you drive the car. I've been experimenting that all week myself in the trucks. If you push the car to its utmost limit, the first 5 laps, your tires will be gone about 15, 20 laps. You'll be pushing your luck trying to get around a corner without spinning out. So you can, that's what I would use this last chance qualifier for. Let's see how hard I can push this car in a pack of cars. In practice, you may not have had a chance to get up and run with anybody, 2, 3, 4 cars like that. You know what I'm saying? So in this last chance queue, now also, that's if there's only 5 guys, right? Then you don't have to worry about wrecking out and not making the race. But now we've got 7 guys in here, or I'm only seeing 6 on track. Looks like somebody didn't make the start. So now one of these guys has to be careful. If he pushes too hard, spins out, he ain't going to make the show.
Well, they'll get a couple of preliminary laps before we do get ready to turn them loose here. It's going to be 1 lap right around the racetrack. Holyfield is ready to send this field to the green flag. It's going to be an 8-lap shootout here. 8 laps. As the field works their way off of turn 4, pace cars already in. They're in the Dryden restart zone and the starters box for this 8-lap last chance race. Holyfield, Leary, send it to speed, and we're underway. Concrete roaring to turn 1. They're shaking it, and look on the outside lane. It's going to be O'Leary jumping to the lead off 2.
O'Leary to the lead off of 2 right there, but look at fighting back on the inside right there is Holyfield, and right now he's going to have the preferred line down there on the inside. You want to get it down as close to that line as you can, let it arc up just a little bit, just like you see right there. They call it diamonding this turn. Falkingham was doing it really good last night in the Xfinity Series. Probably going to see it again tonight when he's driving, and now you'll see Holyfield pull ahead and take the lead right here from O'Leary. Put Roth in 3rd, Fowler 4th, and in the transfer spot, 5th and final transfer spot is going to be Bobby Wetzel. We go down into turn 3.
Oh, and by the way, it is not an 8-lap last chance race. It is only 6 laps.
That's
6
right.
laps is what it is. Normally, we've seen 8 laps, and we've seen 6 laps now here tonight. So, Holyfield, O'Leary, 1 and 2, 4 to go. And, oh, my goodness, we got some contact in the back there.
Yeah, the 2 transfer guys got into each other, and now they're wrecking again. Oh, Wetzel down to the inside. Hard.
Wetzel and Watkins.
Yeah, and that's not going to be I don't want to be in that channel. Don't want to be in, and come to find out, by the way, Kevin England is the guy that missed the start for this last chance queue. So it looks like, as it stands right now, Kevin England and Bobby Wetzel are going to miss the main event. Bobby's still sitting down on the inside of the track smoking too.
Yeah, no caution, by the way, for Wetzel, and I don't think a yellow flag will be thrown anyway for these guys, as right now Holyfield is out in front of that number 1 Castro entry. There's the Virginia 811 call before you dig Chevrolet of Mr. O'Leary. He's in 2nd. Roth in the SDP colors. In the 43 is 3rd. And right there they are. Look at now Fowler trying to close in as they're going to come to the CRN1 to go. This time by in the last chance qualifier off turn number 4, John.
Turn number 4, here we go. Boom, there's your winner right there. Ron Holyfield brings the W home for the last chance queue. And we've got 5 guys making it to the show, and then 1 guy who's going to be sitting out and finally leaves the side of the track. And by the way, Wesley, the reason we didn't see yellow right there is iRacing considers that black part down on the inside to be off track.
Yeah,
So,
he's finally now coming to the checkered flag, John. You called the
right,
checkered flag on the last lap. He actually just finally crossed the line and took the checkered flag there for the driver of Ron Hollyfield. So, but yeah, it's all, nothing changed. It's still official. He got it done. And, of course, he takes the win. We're going to step away real quickly, and we'll get ready for our feature race when we come back from Dover. Hey, it's broadcast personality Wesley Outlet up topside at one of the great racetracks of the world, the Caraway Speedway. And I'd like to remind you to join us every Wednesday afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern to 3 p.m. Eastern with coverage of Finish Line, where we talk to everybody from NASCAR to grassroots, like right here at Caraway Speedway. Carolina's Fox Sports Radio affiliates, iHeartRadio, and on the Community Radio Network at 87.5 FM. And remember, thanks to Live Sim Racing Productions, you can actually see the guest panel, ask their questions, get interactive with us with comments and so much more in our chat box. Finish Line every Wednesday. Join us every week.
If recent storms have caused damage to your property, contact 811 before you begin your cleanup. Buried utilities around uprooted trees can make a bad situation worse if those lines are not located before digging. Electric, natural gas, and internet lines are everywhere. And knowing where they are is the safest way to start any digging project. Call North Carolina 811 by dialing 811 or by using single address ticket on nc811.org or the NC811 app.
This is our series,
So many different pieces that you have to watch out for.
where the stakes are always higher,
$300,000.
where virtual meets reality,
How bad do you want it? They're wasting no time getting at it.
where the best thrive and the flawless win. This is the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series.
hold on.
Welcome back to Dover Motor Speedway. We got the field on the front straightaway, and we are getting ready.
Wrong right here with a minute to go in the fucking
Guys,
track.
we're hearing some kind of feedback chat. John, can you
y'all
mute
want to
can you
reset
mute
the
driver
curtain?
communication?
Yeah, stand by.
Yes, we cannot like to have it win under the
But-
condition.
I need to let y'all know we've got a big of an issue here with the server that's been set up tonight. They're supposed to have 134 laps.
And it's
set up to
120 laps. Yeah.
And infinite fast repairs are on, so they're discussing that right now with race control. Maybe we should take a commercial break, Cody, and let them figure that out.
Yeah, we'll step away here. We're going to try to figure this out, and we'll determine things here in a minute. Everybody, stand by for our audience. Ladies and gentlemen, just want to give you guys an update of what's going on for iRacing on LSRTV coverage. I'm understanding with the SIM500 officials that there has been a error created on the creation of the format for this race. The powers that be are going to be resetting the server. It might be a pretty lengthy time for about maybe less than 5 minutes or so. So what we are going to do is we're going to step away and we'll come back with more coverage from Dover when we return.
Was that Justin Prince that lost it like that, or no? That wasn't Prince.
At the end of the day, everybody makes mistakes. That's what I always think of. Like, seriously.
Oh shit, that's right.
Oh my God, yes, that's right. Oh my God, yeah, you're exactly right.
All right, look, what I'll do is I'll record. I'm going to save the replay. I'm going to be in the server again once they get the new one up. I'll save the replay, and if we need to, maybe we can just do a little, I don't know, something. I'll let y'all worry about that. I'm going to save the replay. That's all I'm saying. So you were hearing the feedback from that? That's a shame, man.
We were hearing the communication. Yes, we were hearing that when we came back from commercial. You could hear it. That's why I was like, people, there's something going on. So we'll just.
I apologize. I don't know why it does that sometimes. It does that, and then sometimes it doesn't. Hey, Wesley, we can hear your phone call.
Yeah, I know. I was just looking at something on Facebook.
Okay. I didn't know if you were on the phone. Are you hearing anything from Joey, Cody? You get anything? Joey.
Welcome back to Dover Motor Speedway. So there was an error glitch on the format for this race, and the powers that be at the SIM500 Esports League have done a reset manually. We're ready to go back and bring it to you here as there will not be a last chance race. Obviously, we've been told the fastest 43 cars from qualifying that has just wrapped up will be the cars that will grid. I'm Wesley Outland. John Muschin is alongside, and we are getting ready for, of course, now 160 laps around the Dover Motor Speedway. The field is gridded. Lined up on pit road. Let's give you your starting lineup. It is presented by Team 126 Racing. On the pole, two-time winner this year and champion Daniel Falkenham to the outside. Macho Taco, Jose Gonzalez. Row 2 will find Nathan Mickelson in 47, Ryan Howard in 33. Row 3 on the grid will find the driver of Kevin DeBrown in 93, Glenn Campbell in 44. Row 4 will find Bentley Glazier in the 18, Tyler Dalton in the 19. Row 5 top 10 will find Tommy Ryan in the 99, Byron Daly in the 06. We're going to go row 6 now. Anthony Calantoni in the 84, Jimmy Coleman in 54. Row 7 on the grid will find John Adams at 21, Mark Jorgensen Jr. in 88. Row 8. This will be Mike Kelly in the 2, Justin Mons in the 49. And round out your top 18 starters, Nelson Rivera in the 22, Trey Edson in 7. And your top 20 includes Charles Woods in the 40 and Joey Jatina in the 14, ready to go the first 10 rows.
Row 11, Jeff Ryan in the 3 to his outside, Richard Beasley in that 10 car. Row 12 sees Mike Montezi in the 6, Dave Comstock to his outside, lucky number 13. Row 13 finds E.J. O'Rourke in the 41, Chad Coleman in the 38. Row 14 finds Robert Friere III, the 77 car, to his outside, Randy Yoakum in the 8 car. And in row 15, we have Doug Roth on the inside in the 43 car, to his outside, Scott Slummy in the 12 car. Row 16, John Fowler in the 48, to his outside, Scott Stenzel in the 42. Row 17, we have Gerald Livingston in the 96, to his outside, Doy Woods in the 28 car. Row 18, Tommy O'Leary in the 08, and Stoney Benfield in the 75. For row 19, Ron Hollyfield in that gorgeous, what was that, oil car. Sorry, I lost it for a minute there. The 27 car to his outside, Jay Randall Watkins, rounding out your top 40, 30 of Macklin, and Elliott Henderson in the 37 car. And I think we have 2 more back here. Yes, we do. Josh Parker in the 81, Doug Sidman in the 04. Castor oil. That's what I was trying to think about, Wesley.
Castro.
Yes, I had a brain cramp from hell right there.
It's all good. We're glad
you get old, right?
With us. We're glad you stuck with us for our audience. Again, we're ready to go here. Hopefully, as our producer said, there won't be a lot of cautions. We do want to try to bring this race to its entirety for you, as we also do have other broadcast obligations, as always, with the Pacific Northwest Cup Series with Justin Prince and myself. Coming up later tonight, and hopefully we can get this to its full completion. Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to go now. Everything is exactly right. Pace car drops onto the pit lane. Field comes into the official starter box off of turn number 4 here at the virtual Dover Motor Speedway. The next round of the NC81 Call Before You Dig Cup Series, side by side, 2 by 2 by 2, right to a snail's pace till they skip to the start line. Green flag goes in the air, and it's Falkenham. He'll get the jump quickly on Nicholson. Gonzalez will fall back to the outside lane. Open that door to DeBrown. There's your top 3 to the back straightaway on the opening go.
Wow, that was a great start by the 47 right there. Really hung to the back bumper of Falkenham. Not something we see often with these starts in iRacing, because the guy in front can go whenever he wants to, basically. But I am really surprised at that start by the 47 car. Meantime, look at this battle we got going on back here between Gonzalez, Brown, and Howard. Kind of a 3-car battle right now. We're going to see something that's going to be kind of for a little while. It's going to be single line racing down there on the bottom. Everybody's going to want to get down on the bottom. Now, I don't know about the A car, Wesley, but I can tell you that later on in the runs, on the green flag runs, the B car and the trucks actually developed an outside line, making some passing, no, I wouldn't say it's easy, but possible on the outside line.
And the opening laps working their way. Gonzalez falling back, being passed by DeBrown, Glazier, the Bristol Dirt winner, and a couple of other cars. Howard also in that mix. And that 33 up the racetrack, Glazier now battles alongside inside Gonzalez in 26. And right there, they'll fan back out, but here comes this battle again, heating up as now here comes another VA811 before you dig call car. That's the 99 of Ryan. Campbell trouble back straight away. They're wrecking. A couple of cars have got together. You just saw a little glimpse of it when they spun behind those cars in the front. And the caution is out. I believe Cal and Tony might have got a piece of it. Some other cars as well. And we are under the yellow flag, John, for the first time on lap number 4 here tonight at Dover.
Yes, sir. That started with Cal and Tony and wound up collecting, the 3 car, Jeff Ryan. Wow, man. Oh, my goodness. Several cars down the bottom there. It's just, I lost count. A lot of cars, though.
Well, we'll get ready to find it here right now on our Pulse Poppers instant replay for our coverage tonight from Dover. And you'll see it right behind Campbell. And it was right there amongst all this chaos going on that we were watching behind them with the battle going on with Glazier and Gonzalez and Ryan. We mentioned Campbell, Glenn Campbell, and then all of a sudden Cal and Tony just lost it. Went to the bottom of the racetrack, fishtailed up the banking, and then collected multiple cars, including
Joey.
Oh my God, Joey Chatina involved. Ferrari got on the binders. Scott Simley on the binders as well. Some other cars slammed on the brakes to miss, and some more cars with some damage as well, as we do go under the yellow flag, John, for the first time tonight at Dover.
Yeah, that's something I've seen all week long, Wesley, is cars exiting that turn too low. And when you're exiting that low and you're coming up to speed, you're hard on the throttle. And if you've got too much wheel in it, what I mean by that is you're turning that thing hard to the left, trying to keep that car down from the guy that's outside of you. I've seen a lot of cars get loose right there. And the thing with this next-gen car is once it steps out, it's really hard to save. And what we saw right there wasn't so much him not being able to save it as he kind of did, and it hooked back to the right because he was correcting so much. So, yeah, just keep an eye on that. If we see a lot of guys trying to make passes late in that turn versus early in the turn, we're going to see some guys probably getting a little out of shape, exiting low, come off turns like that.
Maybe cars that were caught up in that accident might be coming to the pit lane for a repair for damages, but other than that, the majority of everybody else, we're still 5 laps into this thing, 6 laps completed now, working lap number 7. I don't see them coming to the pit lane, John.
No, sir. Matter of fact, the only ones that are on pit road right now are the guys that got somewhat of a little piece of that. Dalton, Cal and Tony, of course, Jeff Ryan, Mike Montezi in that 6 car, he got a big chunk of that one. There's Charles Woods, Watkins, all those guys are in there now. Just trying to get some minor repairs done. And because this is a fixed setup, you can't make a lot of adjustments to these cars. So that's pretty much all they can do is get their damage fixed. They may think about taking a set of tires. I doubt it, though. We've got 160 laps to go, and they're going to need to save those tires.
Yeah, this race, when it first started, we thought it was going to be 134 laps, 134 miles, and then there was the hiccup on the opening go where there was going to be 120 laps, unlimited fast repairs. The powers that be at the SIM500 series said, nope, we don't like that. We've got to stop. Let's reset. And that is why we are on a little bit of delay by about 20 minutes than usual here. We thank all of our audience for sticking with us. And, of course, now we're going to get this thing in 160 miles, 160 laps the distance here as we're getting ready to complete lap number 7 after the first caution flag with a multi-car accident on the back straightaway. The field makes their way back to the Dryden restart zone with Falkingham. Nicholson alongside. Green flag comes back in the air. They'll get up to speed through the gearboxes and set sail back to turn 1.
Down through turn 1, we see him kind of starting to get single foul right here. So guys trying to struggle to get down to that inside line and fall in. We got 2x2 back there from about 9th on back. Falkingham in the middle. In the meantime, still out front. Nicholson on his 6th. You got Brown in 3rd. Howard 4th. Gonzalez 5th. Ryan 6th. Glazier, Daly, Campbell, and Jorgensen out round out your top 10 there, Wesley.
Out the back rear view mirror of Kevin DeBrown. There you see DeBrown's car sitting in 3rd. Howard right there behind him. And that's Chevrolet, number 33. One wrong slip, and he's going to try to make a move to get by him for that 3rd position to put him on the podium. Up high goes Glazier's car from that camera angle of the 18. All the while, this battle going on for 3rd spot. That continues as Nicholson trying to make a run on Falkingham as they set sail off turn 2.
Nicholson looked strong on that first restart. and still looked pretty good on that second restart we just saw. Sorry, the initial start of the race, I should say. Looked really strong there. And I'll tell you what, this guy's got something for Falkingham, I think. I really do. We've seen several guys, Wesley, be strong in this this particular series, the NCO 811 Call Before You Dig Cup Series. But I tell you what, Falkingham is a beast throughout this league. Cup, trucks, Xfinity, super late models. He's just won so many things. So to see somebody really giving him a hard time kind of makes me chuckle a little bit.
Yeah, Falkingham, definitely one of those guys that you have to keep an eye on because he truly is talented. He's always fun to watch. And currently at the moment, he is sitting in that #1 position, but Nicholson right behind him. And that 47, no harm, no foul. Remember, they've got 148 laps to go when they come back to the start-finish line. And this time by this race, 160 laps. And they work their way off turn 4, back to start-finish.
Down the start-finish line, here we go. Look at Falkingham's line. Just so smooth, man. He makes it look so easy out there. And folks, this is what I like to refer to as hell on wheels, fixed setup. It's just, as a guy like me, it's so hard to drive a fixed setup race because you can't adjust the car in any way, shape, or form to suit your driving style. So Falkingham, he's sitting here making this look so easy in a setup that's not really designed for him. And man, he's so good at it, Wesley. I'm really kind of jealous. Envious, if you will.
Yeah, definitely willing and Dylan for sure, man. He's got such a strong piece right now. And of course, you know, Nicholson, the only car that in that EHG number 47 Monster Energy machine right there behind him in second. But let's be honest, I mean, he's not even being able to gain ground on the leader of Falkingham. Matter of fact, he's losing ground, if you will, because Kevin DeBrown and Howard are in the clutches are running him down for that second spot. Look at also Gonzalez, had some problems on the start, got right back in the high horse, going again. He's now up to 5th. All those cars work their way off of turn 4. We're 15 in this time by.
15 laps into the books, and look at this fight we got going on, shaping up between Howard in the 33 and Kevin DeBrown, that 93. And then, like you said, Gonzalez has worked his way back up in here. You're right, he had a little bit of an issue early on in this race. He got a little wiggle, got a little loose, kind of backed off a little bit, gathered his wits about him, and now here he is back up to 5th. Kind of eyeballing these guys in front of him, Wesley, trying to decide, does he want to get up there and mix it out, or does he want to let these guys sort it out between themselves before he gets up there and takes a couple spots? It's a great shot from our producer down there in the trailer. Look at that. I love that shot.
Falkingham, Nicholson, Brown ahead. There's Gonzalez. He sits in 5th. He's got those 4 cars in front of him. And yes, you see the front car of Falkingham pulling away.
Yes, he did.
Other machines. He's doing it.
Yeah, he's got about a half a second lead already, which is, you know, pretty substantial here at Dover. But you know what I think? I mean, it's early in the race. It's lap 18 out of 160. These guys could just be chilling and try to just take care of their tires, take care of their car, and, you know, stretch this thing out as long as they possibly can. I talked to a bunch of the guys pre-race, and Wesley, we're looking at about 60 laps on a tank of fuel. The concern is, will the tires make that 60 laps? So I think that's what we're going to be seeing throughout the field, is guys just trying to figure out how hard they can push this car before those tires start to give out, and how soon they give out compared to how long the gas tank lasts. You know what I mean?
And while that goes on, you see Gonzalez now continuing to hold on to that spot as they work past the start-finish line. Good field of these cars closing in. (21 of 160 laps). Late start, but we're back with you as there's 140 remaining. Falkingham is the man that's been the fast qualifier. Of course, looking for that 3rd win on the season if he can hold on. We're also seeing a lot of massive cloud cover now over the racetrack, John. That's going to really hurt the handling on these cars possibly as they work off turn 2.
Actually, it'll help the cars out a little bit. What happens is it cools the track off and puts a little bit more grip on the track for these cars. So especially later in a run, you're going to want a little bit extra grip. So yeah, bring on the cold temperatures. I love it.
23 of 160 laps the distance. As Nicholson, Brown, Howard, Gonzalez, your top 5. That's the way it stands right now. Look at him off from the aerial view. There's Campbell. He's in that number 9 position. Jorgensen trying to run him down in that number 88 car. Edson also there. Rivera in 22. Closing in as Mons also in 49. Those 5 cars trying to have a nice battle for the moment. Nose to tail as they work past the backstretch going to turn 3 to the double bridges here at Dover.
And we got a lap car getting past right now, or what's left of one, I should say. That's Tyler Dalton, the 19. He was involved in that earlier crash that we saw with Calantoni getting out of shape. He's got a lot of his front end missing. So I'm looking at some lap times here, Wesley, and I'm really impressed with Falkingham. I don't know what this kid's doing. Oh, wow. Sorry. The 6 car, another lap car, got really wicked loose in front of Daniel right there, it looked like, and he had to check up big time. It was close. It was real close to our leader getting taken out by a lap car, which happened today in the real race, I might add. Don't know if you saw it, but Denny Hamlin, he and Cody Ware got together and wound up costing Hamlin his race. Yeah, this lap car is giving these guys hell back here. But while I was going over here is I'm looking at Falkingham's lap times, and he's been on this run now about, I don't know, 17 laps, it looks like, since they went back to green. And he has only lost about, I'd say about 0.8 of a second, over 18 laps, which is not bad at all. He's very consistent with his time, which means he's entering each corner and exiting each corner, hitting the brake, hitting the gas at the exact same time, just about every single lap. That's amazing. That really is. Consistency is a key thing to have in iRacing, and he's got it in spades.
Yeah, that's exactly right. As we continue to watch them work back around here, 28 of 160 laps. 1 caution flag on the start of things, and for the most part, they're working their way back into turn number 3. There's the Brown, who's now got around Nicholson for that number 2 position, but still almost 1.5 seconds behind the leader of Daniel Falkingham, DeBrown right there. And you know, John, DeBrown wants to get some redemption on the series, obviously, after what happened to him last week at Talladega. He was right in the catbird seat to win that race, and he got took it out in the last lap, last 2 corners. All bets were off.
Yeah, it was an insane finish last week, but that's Talladega. That's plate racing, man. You're going to have some crazy, crazy stuff happen. And as we watch right here, the 54 car, that's Jimmy Coleman, I do believe. He's back there in 16th. He's got Rivera right behind him. O'Rourke and Comstock just ahead of him there. You got, some great drivers right here in this shot. Oh, wow. Big move down there, trying to get past Mike Montesi again, another one of those cars that got heavily damaged in our first caution tonight when Calantoni lost control and then smacked the wall and then came back down and got smacked like a pinball by a few other cars.
So I got a question, John. Jimmy Coleman, is he related to Chad Coleman, the Talladega winner last week?
Negative. There is no relation. I've asked that question myself. They are not related at all. No.
They're not related, just by the last name. That's it. There you see now, second, third, fourth. That is Brown, Nicholson, Howard.
Brown got past Nicholson there.
He did.
And while all that is going on, our leader has stretched his lead out to 1.7 seconds.
Yeah, Brown getting by Nicholson happened probably about 5 laps ago or so. It looked like maybe Nicholson now under attack of the clutches of the machine of the 33 of Howard, as Howard has just got him in his crosshairs, and so is also another Virginia 811 call before you dig entry of the 99. Right. Those cars coming after him as they work the back straightaway going to 3.
Yes, sir. I tell you what, our leader just passed up Calantoni as well. He's another one. Started off driving a Cup car, and right now he's driving a modified. Man, Falkingham is just checking out. This is so impressive. But what's crazy is you watch as this race proceeds further, you would think that somebody that's doing at such a fast pace as Daniel Falkingham is right now, he would really wear out fast, and these guys would catch back up to him. But every week in, week out, this is what he does. He just drives off and doesn't come back.
And to be honest with you, John, he's got the talent already where he could actually run in the eNASCAR Coca-Cola Series or Road to Pro, and he's just, getting more laps, getting more experience before he makes that ascent to try to run after that title next year.
Well, the big thing about it, and I mean, I haven't raced Daniel Falkingham in open setup races, so I don't know. But I can tell you just from guys that I've raced with in the past, going from running a fixed setup race where you have to adapt to the setup. In other words, you have to adapt your driving style to the setup. Whereas with an open setup race like the NASCAR Series is, you can adapt your setup to you. You can get a good base setup to start the race off with, but as the race goes on, weather and track conditions change, you can adjust the car to better fit your driving style. And I've heard that that's kind of a tripping point for some folks. So that's what I would be interested to see, is how Daniel, I mean, and then again, he's also already racing the Road to Pro Series and doing pretty good. He cracked the top 70 this week, which is excellent when you consider there's thousands of drivers participating in RTP. But RTP is an open setup series as well, so he's already got that experience. But man, when you cross over to the Cup car and open setups, it's a whole different beast, my brother.
And right now, Falkingham doing exactly what he needs to do in the SIM500 Cup Series, Premier Series, and the front with the almost 1.7 second lead and growing now over Kevin DeBrown. DeBrown in second, Nicholson third, Howard fourth, Ryan fifth, Daly, of course, the sixth, Gonzalez seventh, Jurgensen eighth, Glazer ninth, Campbell sits in the top 10 as we're getting ready to put 120 laps remaining and a few more laps with 40 completed here. One hiccup on the start of the race, and there you see the car that the 84 badly damaged, looking like a modified, if you will, the front clip cone of the 84 of Anthony Calantoni, with a couple other cars on the front straightaway, or the backstretch correction, with Dalton got collected, Woods got collected. And other than that, John, it's been all Falkingham and all green lights as we're 40 in this time by.
Yes, sir. Clean and green now for quite some time. We're on lap 40. We went back to green on lap 8, so that's, what, 32 laps ago? Now,
very good in the math.
Hey, I've got my shoes off so I can use my feet to help. But I was going to say, we should be seeing some guys start prepping for green flag pit stops here in the next, I'd say 19 to 20 laps. We're looking, like I said, between 60 to 65 laps on fuel, depending on how hard you push it. As we're watching the 88 car right there behind Gonzalez, that's Jorgensen in that 88 car, running some Dale Jr. amp colors tonight. That's a good-looking race car right there. He's giving Gonzalez a run for his money right there, making him, he's making that mirror light up on him. That's a great shot. God, I love that shot. I like that puppy dog.
Gotta love that angle right there. Gonzalez, and there's Jorgensen coming after him there, trying to close in.
Jorgensen gets a really good exit off of 4 right there. That's what it takes. Then right here, you just arc it up a little bit in 1 and 2, then come back down. You want to get the tires right there on the edge. Great run up off of 4. I see smoke like somebody got out of shape right there. But we're still green, so I'm not sure what happened right there. Makes the pass now down the inside of Gonzalez. We got a pass for a position. We're going to move Jorgensen up to 7th. Gonzalez back to 8th place right there. It's like Jorgensen was taking his time, keeping the tires on the car a little bit longer than Gonzalez was right there. So to make that pass and move on to the next one. Next one's going to be Daly up there in the 06.
So I see the Mountain Dew amp energy on the car number 88 of Jorgensen. What is smash? What is the smash on the 26 car?
Couldn't tell you. I'll probably have to Google that for you later on.
Smash.
Knowing Jose, we probably don't want to know the answer. I'm joking, Jose. If you're watching this later, I'm just messing.
Look like Smash Burger?
That's exactly what it is. Good call from Cody down in the booth. I'm looking at it now in the server, and it is the Smash Burger joint. Oh, those are some good burgers, too, from what I hear. Never had one.
There you go. Never had one. I've never had one. I never even heard of it till tonight. Is Smash Burger in your neck of the woods, Charles, in Texas?
love some Whataburger, huh, Cody?
Love Whataburger, man, yes. Every time,
man.
John, I ever get to go announce races in Arkansas and of course, down in Mississippi, Oklahoma, in that part of the area, man, I've got to stop and get Whataburger. I have to. Sometimes I eat that for, like, lunch and dinner and late night snacks.
Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Meantime, we got a great fight right here. Ryan under heavy pressure from Daly in the 06. Ryan scooted up the track just a little bit. Daly tried to make the pass down low. Wasn't quite able to. And that's what I was talking about earlier tonight. that outside line, sometimes you can actually defend your spot from the outside pretty well, especially when you go down through 3 and 4. The car, to me, feels a lot better up in the middle groove later in the run. Bashes me personally, but yeah, these two are really duking it out. That right there, folks, is for 5th place between Byron Daly and Tommy Ryan, and you got Jorgensen kind of reeling these two guys in too. He got past Gonzalez a few laps ago, and here he has, he's reeled these two guys in right here, all over the backside of Daly now. Great fight. In the meantime, guess how far out ahead Falkingham is? Jeez, man. 2.5 seconds. Wake up, Wesley.
I'm there, brother. I'm just waiting for you to watch that move. Look at Daly. Yes, sir. Look at Byron Daly there. Trying to close in, reeling in the 30, reeling in Ryan, actually. Trying to also get to Howard. Jorgensen falling back. They work off the corner. We're closing in on 110 laps remaining this time by. And it's still Falkingham out in front. All right, so John, you said pit stops would be around 60 laps or so. 60, 65, maybe 70. That might be pushing it. So do you think we'll see green flag pit stops if I don't get a yellow flag?
Yeah, I think we will. I've seen a couple of guys already duck down pit road. Not sure if they had something they needed to fix or what. J. Randall Watkins and Charles Woods. Woods is still on pit road. I think he probably had some damage he had to get fixed. But yeah, I'm guessing we'll probably see some of these guys are probably going to try and push the entire fuel load, which I was told was between 62 to 65 laps. So we'll see how that works out. And of course, the guys that are kind of struggling out, as we already see Jose Gonzalez, he's pitting in now. From the top 10 now, he's on pit road, so maybe maybe some of these guys are going to short it a little bit. They're going to have to make 3 stops regardless, so I guess it's just really going to depend on how far you have that last stretch to run.
And there you see 3rd and 4th behind the Brown. That's Nicholson as well as Howard. Nicholson got a good run going for him right now, man. Of course, Howard as well. Still early in the going as we are coming up on 100 laps to go. This race did start a little bit behind schedule. Had some hiccups and somebody set the timer on the racetrack. Whoa, wow, what was that? That was the bridge blocking us. Look at these angles. I love them. I love these. I love them. Look at full speed, John.
That 1 minute ago before the camera, like this right here, this shot, the speed shot, I love it. The camera's shaking, all that good stuff. Love that. You remember that? Oh, you got a caution on track. Caution on track.
Caution on the speedway. I'm thinking everybody's coming to pit road in a few moments.
Stoney Benfield and Gerald Livingston got together.
We saw a car, John, stalled on the bottom of the racetrack down the back straightaway, so I got to wonder if he might have been one of the cars that was caught up in it. Yellow flag out for the 2nd time.
Yeah, it looks like it. We're going to definitely see some green flag pit stops this time by. I can promise you that. Everybody's going to come to pit road here. Here's our pulse pulse resistant replay. Wesley.
So we'll see what happened here. Watch these cars. There's the 75, 96 on the bottom. Just bounced off one another, and then they pushed each other to the inside retaining wall. And if you remember, John, right before the caution fell, they were showing us that camera angle from the backstretch of DeBrown in those cars, and that's where we saw the car that was stalled at the bottom of the racetrack. And we have got a flurry of activity. Gonzalez does not pit, but everyone else is coming to their pit stalls. It's a cavalry on the pit lane for the first time tonight, John.
Yes, sir. I'm watching some guys on pit road now. Falkingham's in. Right sides are going on. Fuel's going in. Left sides are going on now. So it looks like it's going to be a 4-tire stop for pretty much everybody. And off they go. It looks like Falkingham's going to beat DeBrown off of pit road, followed by, I believe that's Nicholson back there. Oh, Tommy Ryan, then Ryan Howard, then Byron Daly, and then the 88 of Jorgensen. All those guys are off pit road now. We're going to let them cycle through here, Wesley, and see where it shakes out. But looks like everybody got on and off pit road without any problems.
Yeah, no issues on the pit lane. Doesn't look like there's any penalties that have been reported. And Falkingham coming in first, coming out first, but there is cars in front of him that are either going to take the wave around or that chose not to pit because, John, as you said, they've already pitted.
Yeah, let's see what these guys do here. I believe these guys are all lapped down, though, so I think everybody's going to take a wave around at this point that's ahead of Falkingham.
And if people might not know, I explain you, whenever the caution comes out, obviously the first car lap down, what they used to call the lucky dog, is now known as referred to as the free pass car, meaning that they go back on the lead lap and they join the tail end of the field back on the lead lap with the others. Cars that are a lap down or more that choose not to come to the pit lane when the field is giving the one to go indication, they have the opportunity to do what is called a wave around, which means they can bypass the pace car and they get one of their laps back. Sometimes you can do it to get back on the lead lap. Sometimes you can do it to get back one of your multiple laps down. But of course, in doing so, John, you take the wave around, you forfeit your opportunity to pit.
Absolutely, well said. I was gonna throw that out there if you didn't. That's the catch. That's the coverall there, if you will. If you take the wave around, you can't come in the pits, which is okay for, I believe, all of these guys that were already on pit road, so they'll be okay. And of course, you've also got a couple of guys in there. I believe Calantoni's up in there somewhere that have all that damage on their cars, so they're going to be back of the field as well, just trying to get one of their many laps back. But yeah, so I'm looking at scoring. Falkingham did come out first. Kevin DeBrown second, Tommy Ryan third, Ryan Howard fourth, and Byron Daly ran out your top five after some caution flag pit stops, Wesley.
And the field probably this time around is going to get the one to go indication. If we can show you the front of the pace car, you can see some of the cars picking up speed, and you see that going on as we mentioned, the wave around. And now here's another thing. You better be in max speed when the green flag drops because you've got to go one lap all the way around the racetrack, John, and you got to tag the back of the field. And that's really the only thing that kind of really sucks with the wave around is you're getting one of your laps back or you're getting back on the lead lap, but you're nullifying your opportunity to pit. And in addition to that, you're also got to go to the tail end of the longest line, which means if there's cars laps down in front of you, you got to join them at the back.
That's right. Cody, if we can we get an in-car camera on Falkingham? I want to see this restart, see if he starts in first. In most of the races I did this week, we started in first. So he's in fifth right now. That's interesting. He'll probably drop it down here as we come through this turn 4 right here.
Yeah, he's in fifth gear. Let's see. You're watching the telemetry.
Yep.
Oh, he drops down to 1.
Oh,
You saw him drop down to 1. He did. He changed it dramatically from 5th gear to 1 gear. And then he guns it.
Oh,
and he's
wow.
on the 2nd gear before he got to the flag stand. 3rd gear at the flag stand. What a restart for the 39.
Wow. I was wondering, we were talking about that last night, he and I, after the Xfinity race here at SIM500. We tried starting in first last night with the car, but if you were behind somebody who didn't start in first, you were going to eat a bumper if you're not careful. But at the truck series, all week long, we've been starting in first gear. And I just was wondering if he was going to try it tonight. I didn't even think to ask him about it or, you know, during the pre-race talks that I had with him. But yeah, there you go, folks, starting in first gear. Not something we used to do in the Cup Series at Dover, but here we go.
And by the way, we are also at 100 laps to go as we are 60 laps into this race. He's John Mushton Jr. I'm Wesley Outland. Jeff Stabnow, Charles Wooten, Rocket Media, Live Sim Racing, iRacing on LSRTV coverage. And by the way, we are going on, believe it, John, we got trouble. Oh, Talladega winner, Coleman involved. Ferrari the third going northbound in a southbound lane. Roth in 43. So many cars caught up in that accident. Caution is out again for the 3rd time.
That was a big one. That one got a bunch of cars right there. You see Chad Coleman in that 38 car, extensive right side damage. Here's the Pulse Poppers replay here. And all that happens in front of them, somewhere in front of them. Oh, look, they're already wrecking. Wow, Randy Yoke up there. 77 of Robert Frieri. I said Guy Frieri. I'm sorry, I've got food on my mind. I'm hungry.
Caution out. Watch this again. This is in real time. Just coming up on under 100 laps to go. Keep an eye on the 77 Ferrari the third. Also Beasley in the 10, who normally has the Tide colors.
Gamble.
Looks like it got sideways. Campbell into Ferrari. and then everyone else is on the binders.
My goodness, what an impact by that 77 car. Thank God this is only a simulator, right?
Yeah, that was a hard hit.
That really was. And I think his car's done. That's going to be a blown motor for sure. And that's, I mean, that's easily a 35-minute fix. Then you've got the optional repairs that you got to get fixed. Sometimes that can be extensive. So he may be able to get back out there later on and get some laps in, but I doubt it. We'll see what happens. I do have an update for you. We have a couple of guys that have dropped out, that have retired from competition, if you will. Looks like Tyler Dalton has disconnected. John Adams, John Fowler is gone, and Charles Woods.
And, of course, those were drivers that were caught up in an accident earlier in the race. The big wreck there off the start down the back straightaway. And here comes now multiple more cars involved as well. Falkingham is the leader to Brown second. Howard, Ryan right there. Ryan Howard there, third and fourth. Of course, good run there. Good drive. Keep an eye on all these cars. Man, you got to feel bad, John, for Blackshear, Georgia's Chad Coleman.
Yeah.
Coming off of that win, wild finish. I don't think he was expecting to win Talladega last week. He was just kind of in the right place at the right time amongst all the chaos and calamity and the mayhem, and he broke out in front as the leader and took the win. But, you know, we say this, that's a different animal. The super speedway, the restrictor plate races, they're different animals. And now you come back to a track where, honestly, here at Dover, you really got to show your driver talents, and you got to show how you can be able to get around these cars. And this, again, is the new next-gen car. This is still something that we're still trying to figure out ourselves, as we're only in round number 8 of the year.
Yeah, the thing about it's this track, Wesley. This track is it's a unique piece of beast. I mean, to me, Dover is as unique as Martinsville, as Darlington, it's a unique track because there's no other track on the course like it. And like, here's an example. It's infamous here at Darlington. No, we're at Dover, John. Here at Dover, you go down right here into the turns, okay, and it really feels like you're just dropping down into a hole right here. So you come through this sweeping turn, really good banking right here. So it's not like you got to turn, but it's also when you come to the exit of this corner right here where these guys are at now, and you come down that bottom line, as you come up out of this turn, the car gets light. And what I mean by that, folks, it literally tries to pick itself up off the ground because you're flying at such a high speed. And that's where the problems start for some of these guys, is that car unloads, as they call it, and gets light. And so you got a guy that's on the throttle hard. He's got left turn wheel into this thing, and now the car is extremely light. It takes a damn good driver to be able to keep these things going the right direction. And you're looking at 42 of the best. Well, not anymore. Now it's about 35 of the best.
And you wanted the best, and you got them here in the SIM500 series. NC811, call before you dig. Thanks again to Brian Morehouse and all the dignitaries there for being the title sponsor for what is the SIM500 Esports Racing League for their premier Cup Series. Of course, iRacing on LSRTV. And John, what I was trying to say, so we're getting ready to come back for the restart here, is we're under 100 laps to go. It'll be 13 laps to halfway, by the way, as lap 80 will be halfway. We're going on 10 years. LSRTV covering iRacing, my friend, is going on 10 years in 2022.
Happy birthday to us. And Falkingham takes the top on this restart. Was it 10 years, man?
Would that be a birthday or an anniversary?
Or both. What were you doing 10 years after this restart? Tell me what you were doing 10 years ago. Get us back to green first, though.
Well, the field makes their way back to the Dryden restart zone as the pace car comes onto the pit lane to Brown. Falkingham settles side by side. Green flag goes back in the air, and we're back to it again. Falkingham pulls away 2 car lengths back onto Brown, and we settle back in for the restart here on lap number 66. 10 years ago, I was still announcing. I think I was doing more radio back then in the day, working at a radio station. I did do iRacing earlier. I think it was like 2010, 2011, 2012 was when I left, but then I came back during the pandemic in 2020. So, yeah. I mean, and if you remember, John, I was one of the original announcers for LSRTV.
Little car out of shape. Yes, you
Whoa.
were. I remember that. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, buddy.
That's
Jorgensen
Jorgensen.
saved it, but he saved it. That was an incredible save. It may not have looked like too much to these folks that are watching this broadcast, but trust me, when your car is that out of shape, and again, Wesley, it's because he was down low trying to complete a pass and exited that turn low. What a save. But yes, I do actually remember way back in the day, when LSR.
Oh, trouble. Big right to the back straightaway.
Yes.
Massive crash. Several cars, Daly involved, Holyfield involved, Rivera's involved in 22.
Upside down was the 47 car.
There's Campbell. There is also,
person.
oh man. There's Brian Macklin, the Daytona Cup winner. And John Muschin Jr., the hits just keep on coming at Dover.
Yep, sir.
Miles the Munster is chewing them up and chomping them out, or should I say spitting them out.
Yes, he is. Miles is being well fed today.
Nom, 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 nom.
Watch the 22 car. This is going to start with the 22 car right here.
And you see Macklin behind him. There's Comstock and the Monster Energy number 13. Jorgensen is there. This happened in front of them, I believe.
Nope, right here with the 22 car. Again, the low exit on corner. He got loose, snapped, overcorrected to the outside, and that's where it's. Oh my goodness, what he hit! Wow.
Is that Comstock that got airborne and flipped upside down? Can we go on board?
No, that was the 47. That was the 47.
Oh no, let's go on board with Nicholson in 47 if we could do an extended replay here. The 47. Watch this. Are you sure it was the 47? Yes, it was.
Absolutely.
Watch this.
Watch.
Oh, wow. Nicholson and John, we were talking about what a great run he had. Look at this now. He's in the snakes patch. That's what my friend, Mr. Excitement, Jimmy Spencer, calls it when he's right in the middle of the chaos. Let's take a listen. Listen.
Oh goodness.
Wow.
And you know who was right behind all that? Coleman.
Yeah.
Again, Chad Coleman just right behind all of this.
And he got lucky this time.
Yes, he did. My goodness, what a ride for the Nathan Nicholson, the 47 car. Nathan. And what's so unfortunate about that, Wesley? He had a great run starting off in this race. Somehow, through some stuff out of his control, he just wound up back there in 13th. And Rivera has come over the radio and apologized to the rest of the folks, saying he just got loose on exit. But wow, man, you should see the replay from Coleman's inside in-car camera. That's he had an eyeful of that one.
Pace car is catching the field.
So that was at lap 72. These guys were last on pit road about 10 laps ago. And they would still have to come in one more time even if they did pit here. So I don't think anybody will.
Bulkingham ready to look to be another winner, three-time winner. To Brown trying to pull
strong
stops on that. He did. He's got a good car. You said he kicked butt in the Xfinity race last night, didn't you? Is that the one you won? No, he won.
I wish. Good Lord, I wish. Brother, let's just say that I don't think I'd be entirely sober right now if I won a SIM500 race, man. You talk about, that's a feat. I mean, we sit here, we joke about Falkingham winning so much, and I'm not really joking, but you got to understand, people. Wesley can attest to this. This is 42 of some of the best drivers.
Oh, it's the best of the
in
best.
iRacing.
It is.
It really
it's the
is.
best of the best. Yeah.
I mean, you have some fantastic iRacers, don't be wrong, but in this field, you also have guys that race every weekend in real life, in real cars. You have some guys that have won the Truck Series, Open Wheel Modified Series, ARCA Series in real life. So this is literally some of the best. So trust me when I say that if I ever have a day where I finish 1 or 2 in the SIM500 series, you're going to know about it. Oh, brother.
I'm going to Louisiana partying with
John. It's gonna be a party, brother, but I'm realistic.
Party at GMJ's house, be there.
I'm realistic. I know that I'm way past my prime, and I'm just lucky to be invited to race with these guys.
But you won, though. You did win 2 races at Dover this week, right? What, today and yesterday?
Yes, sir, but those are open setup races, man. I am not a good fixed setup racer, brother. I'm just not. I'm one of those, what do you call it, stubborn people. I refuse to change. I
So
refuse.
the question is this: if it was an open setup and not if Falkenham breaks with you on a fixed setup, do you feel like you got a chance to beat him?
I mean, open setup, yes. Now I don't know about beating, but I'd be able to keep up with him. I'd be able to keep up with him.
Gotcha.
Pretty sure
Well,
of it.
the pace car, get out of the way. There you go. Thank you. We're ready for the restart. I thought the pace car wanted to stay in the race now. Wow. Boy, that was a big jump on the restart there by Falkenham.
It was. He's loving that outside. He's loving that outside, man. And it's like I touched on at the top of the show. That outside comes in later in the race. It really, really does. Oh, look at this fight we got going on between the
John,
81.
can they question Falkenham on the jump on that restart the way he did, even though he's the leader?
Nope. He was in the restart box, man. He's in the restart box. Now, I mean, you can actually beat the leader to the flag now, the way they've got it set up. As long as you enter the restart box where you're supposed to be, and you can go anytime after that, is the way I was told. I could be misstating that, I'm sure. I'd have to get with Joe on that. I'm sorry.
And we're, by the way, closing in on halfway.
Yes, we are. And what does that mean? Well, that means we're halfway done, guys.
It means 80 down and 80 to go. That means if for some reason the server crashed, the race is considered official because we've completed half the scheduled distance.
Are you reaching for a plug on their server right now? I bet you are, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
No.
We did run behind a little bit, by the way. Don't forget, coming up in about 90 minutes from now, we've got actually the next race. Like, John, we're literally going from, like, this race to, well, I am, to the next one.
And
but I got to give these guys props. They're really working hard not to have, like, a caution field long, drawn-out program. Yeah. We're coming up on halfway.
I was just going to say, if they get another good, long green flag run in, man, I think you guys will be okay on time. I really do.
Well, I'll be happy. Yes.
Yeah, I'll bet you will. You and Cody both. Poor Cody's down there pulling his beard out of his face right now.
Yes, we love overtime.
OT is good.
Brown, Parker. Look at Parker. By the way, John, we haven't mentioned Parker tonight.
81,
so
Josh Parker, right? Yeah. Now, you know, we were talking about this just 5 minutes ago. How many personalities and different drivers we've got here. Josh Parker, I think, is a former, or he may still be a current driver for the JGR Esports team as well. He was doing that last year that I know. Drove for Joe Gibbs Racing for their esports team. Kid is another one. Josh Parker's another one that could wheel these cars around these simulated tracks, man. So let's keep our eye on him because, look, he's at the third, Wesley. He's right there, just a couple, half a tick or two behind Falkenham. All he's got to do, and it's real simple, he's got to get around Brown. That's all he's got to do.
And they're coming off of turn number 3 this time under the bridge here at Dover. And Miles the Munster is getting ready to have the halfway flag showed to the field halfway home for these cars that have survived the first half of this race. 80 down and 80 to go with Falkenham sheerly. Oh my good, John, he's dominated, right? I mean, he's literally led every lap, maybe 1 or 2 under a caution flag. He's led this whole race.
I think he actually led caution flag laps too, Wesley. So I think it's safe to say that he's going to take the most laps led award tonight if there is one. But you know what I'm seeing right now? And I mean, granted, we're still early in this run. Only like, we've been green now for coming up on 9 laps. But I'm seeing the fact that he's not quite getting away from DeBrown and the rest of the guys like he was last time. And I don't know what to make of that. It's a fact that I'm stating. He's not stepping out and pulling away from Kevin DeBrown like he did the last couple of runs we saw. You dig?
Yes, sir, I surely can. But right now, of course, he still has that almost. Okay, so yeah, you're right. It's not like a, wow, whoa, DeBrown really just
got in there, didn't he? Wow.
He really sitting in there going to turn 1.
Fresh tires feel so good. He won't do that in about 20 laps, I promise you.
What is on the, yeah, DeBrown reeling in the Camaro of Falkenham Parker. Now about 1.1 seconds back. You haven't even seen his car yet, but he is in third. So honestly, John, Falkenham and Brown are trying to pull away from third place Parker as well.
They are, but I'm going to tell you, if DeBrown keeps driving that car in there the way he is right now, he's really driving in hard. He's going to wear those right sides out quicker than Falkingham is. That's just something that is a fact of the way tires wearing here. And as you see, he's already falling back. Look, just in 2 laps, he's lost 2/10 already to Falkingham. So he may have overheated those tires pretty quickly driving that thing in there so deep.
Falkingham, Brown, Parker. Look at Parker now, holding the rest of the field at bay behind him. A couple of Virginia 811 call before you dig cars of Parker and then Ryan and Howard. Edson, John, how close was Edson in the catbird seat to win Talladega last Monday night? We were even on board with him.
Close enough to be angry when that thing was over. That's how close. I just don't like plate racing, man. I'm not a fan of it. As far as being a participant, I should say, in racing, I'm just not a fan of it, man. And that was a prime example of why. Ooh, we got a nice fight going on back here between Compton in the Comstock in the 13. That's for 18th. And you got Jatina back there, and on the outside of Comstock, I can't see quite who that is. That's an 811 car, but which one is it? O'Leary. Okay.
O'Leary, yeah, but he's been kind of quiet, by the way. He kind of started up there in the front, fell back, and now
he got ping pong balled.
Yeah.
Look at his front end.
Well, let's see where he's at right now. He's 20th. He's on the lead lap.
Yeah.
Jatina getting back up there again. Look at Joey Jatina, 19th.
Yeah, I think Joey's just praying for no more accidents. His car's been beat all up. Look at that. He's just been in the wrong place at the wrong time. Nothing of Joey's doing. He's just an unfortunate participant in other incidents that happened in front of him. But that's the way racing goes, right, Wesley?
What's that old cliche? Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug.
I think Joey's been all night long, it seems like. I feel like a bug.
That's the way the bob flops.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Oh, my Lord. Did you really just go there?
What? That's the way the mop flops?
I haven't heard that one since I was in the Navy, man.
God, I am old, aren't I?
Yeah, I got underwear that's older than you, but I guess we could look at it that way.
Well, I mean, if I'm using expressions that you remember the Navy. By the way, you asked me what I was doing 10 years old. What the hell were you doing 10 years ago?
Oh, 10 years ago, I was still working at Schlumberger as an electronics technician. I was just transferring back to Lafayette, Louisiana from Laredo, Texas, and was just getting ready to move to town.
Oh, man, wrong song.
Wrong song, brother. Down in the West Texas town of El Paso. That's the wrong song, too.
I fell in love with the Mexican guy. Hey, by the way, speaking of that song, John, my buddy Corey LaJoy, who's been on Finish Line, longtime friend, Corey LaJoy is driving the Marty Robbins throwback.
What?
777.
How did I not know this?
Yes, sir. Darlington.
Dude.
777. NASCAR is actually giving him permission to drive a triple-digit car, 777 throwback at Darlington this week, and Corey LaJoy's in that car. The purple, the yellow throwback of Mr. Marty Robbins.
That is awesome, and for those of you that aren't old enough to know who we're talking about, Marty Robbins was not only a fantastic award-winning country music singer from back in the day, 60s and 70s, but he was also a NASCAR driver and actually a successful short-track driver. Made some starts in the Cup Series, was known, profoundly known, I should say, for his beautiful purple and yellow cars that he actually painted himself, by the way, Wesley. Did you know that?
He did. He was a lot better than Sonny Bono when he ran NASCAR.
Yes, he was. And I can't believe you knew that, too. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I love an announcer who knows his history of the sport.
What do I do, John? Seriously,
No,
man,
I'm just saying, I love an announcer who knows the history of the sport. You got to admit, not everybody understands or knows, a lot of the true history of this sport, except for like Dale Jr., who's like a history god when it comes to NASCAR.
Well, he probably has a lot of people help him too, like, Matthew Dillner and Mike Davis.
Dillner knows his stuff, doesn't he? I mean, yes. Dillner, I could sit and listen to Matthew Dillner all day long, man. I could. Well, we have a race going on, by the way, Wesley. Did you know we have a race here that we're watching?
We do. We're doing a broadcast and a race broke out.
Yes, Yes, we are. We were doing our own little podcast, and all of a sudden these guys decided to start racing. I'm looking at timing, man, and it looks like to me like Falkingham's really stepping out from DeBrown now. He's almost a 2-second lead. DeBrown's got himself about a half a second lead over Parker, so not much has really changed in the top 10. But like we said, man, we're looking at some stops coming up here pretty soon. It's lap 98.
Oh,
Wesley.
we got a caution.
Oh, another one.
Caution out. Yoakum in the 8 car. Problems for him. Maybe some others, but right now they have zoomed in on the 8 car. Oh, man, Randy Yoakum. By the way, another great country singer's name, Dwight Yoakam.
Dwight Yoakam, yes.
Watch
Guitars
this.
and Cadillacs. Hillbilly music. Oh, is he going to have a little contact? Oh.
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 Oh, man.
Who's that he was involved with?
It was a red and white car. I know that much.
The second car was Benfield. Benfield in 75 got a piece of that. Him and Livingston, Yoakum and Livingston were the initial contact right there, and unfortunately, Benfield just. Oh, we got pit stops. Ooh, this will be fun.
Here comes Luigi. Only follow the Ferraris, and Guido's ready for pit stops there, John.
You and that car's reference.
You in a race car? Oh, you in a race car?
You make me laugh.
Here we go. Pit stops, everybody. Remember, Daniel Falkingham had a flawless pit stop the first time. Let's see what he does in his second time. And let's see where he goes. He's right there at pit stall number 1, John, and he's going to take on 4 tires and fuel.
Yeah, he got in great. Let's just make sure he gets out okay. It's very easy to speed here at Dover, as I found out a couple of times this week that I don't even want to talk about.
Oh, the Brown's out. And Falkingham says, nah.
Yep.
Beat you.
That's
Hey,
the great thing about being a pole sitter. He gets that top.
Josh Parker, John, out second.
Uh-oh. That's interesting.
Wow.
I'm wondering, I'm going to go back and check and see how many tires Parker took. I know he pitted early. Like, he was really early on pit road, way back there in the back. And he took 4 tires.
And while you do that, we're coming up on lap 100, 60 laps to go. And look at who's now up in front, Gonzalez. And I think he's the new leader now. I don't think he's a lap down. So he's the new guy that's up there ready to battle, contend, and see if he can roll the dice. Strategy. It's a bold strategy, John. Let's see if it pays off.
He was in on pit road lap 71, which is 29 laps after these guys. So he's going to have old
30
tires.
laps ago.
Yeah, he's going to have some old tires on that car. This will be this is going to be a nail biter for the guys behind him. This is going to be stressful. Now, another thing to point out, Wesley. Guess what, man? By my math, let me take my shoe off and make sure that 1, 2.
They can go to the finish. 10, 5 toes, thumbs.
Yep.
This little piggy went to stay on the pit lane. This little piggy changed tires. This little piggy added fuel. Go ahead.
No, you got it right though. They can make it from here, on no stops. They're good to go from here out. So if this thing goes green, that was the money stop right there. The downside is if they go green, Jose is not going to be happy.
What about overtime? Can they go to overtime?
Possibly. It just depends on when we go back to green right here, and B, how hard they push these cars between now and possibly that last caution at lap 158, say. Did I just say that? Did I just call it? Oh, I can't believe I did that. You think they'll be angry if there really is a caution at lap 158? Playing the announcer.
Yep. Coming up on 60 now, make it 59 laps to go. John Mushton, Wesley Outland, Charles Wooten in the back, pressing the buttons in Texas. Not in the back, where we're at, but yeah, he's pressing the buttons of the production behind the scenes is what I was trying to say.
He's back there laughing at us. We started this race with 42 drivers, and right now we don't have many. No, we do. But we do have a lot of guys out. Doyle Woods, Tyler Dalton, Brian Macklin, Rivera, Montez's gone, John Adams, John Fowler, Charles Woods, and Robert Freire III have all checked out. Said good night, Dover. See you next week. Ooh, this is going to be interesting.
Yes.
Gonzalez has chosen the top side on this restart.
I like that. Now, that's a bold strategy. That might work.
I was going to say, that's where Falkingham's been picking every restart he's had since the first one. So
Now, for the first time tonight, Falkenham's like stuck on the bottom here.
But again, 30-lap old tires on the outside row. You think DeBrown's nervous? You think Tommy Ryan's nervous up there? Jorgensen back there in that 88? I think they are. Hey, Wesley.
Yes, sir.
Bring us back to green.
Well, the pace car drops back onto the pit lane as the field sees Gonzalez scamper away, but Falkenham hangs right back with him as they work back down to the Dryden restart zone. Green flag. Hell, they were so fast, the flagman couldn't even wave the green flag in time, John. We're back on the way side by side.
Look at that. It's like he's standing still. That's how. Oh, God, Parker, get out of the wall.
Gonzalez. Oh, no.
My.
That did not need to happen, but it did.
Oh, my goodness. My goodness. And I hate to say this, but it really looks like Parker just snapped loose off the wall. Watch Parker.
My goodness.
Watch Parker. I believe he gets into the wall right here, Wesley. That's unfortunate. I mean, look at that move they both made to the outside right here of Gonzalez. And then on exit, boom, he just got in the wall. Gonzalez had no idea where that came from. I promise you, he's just tooling along right there, and all of a sudden he's spinning.
He was literally just trying to stay holding the rest of the field at bay, if you will, because he just got past with the lead. He knew he was slow. And what about Josh Parker, man? Josh had also a pretty good fast car. Hello, George Rayner.
Hi, George.
George Rayner says, hello, Mr. Wesley Outland and everyone else. Wave from behind the back of the Seymour Johnson Air Force Base in Goldsboro, North Carolina. Good old Wayne County, John.
Oh, put that cigarette out, George. You're not supposed to be doing that back there.
Mayday, mayday, mayday.
Wow, what a shakeup at the top of the field, though, Wesley. That took out a couple of really good cars. I mean, granted, Gonzalez was on old tires, but dude, he was doing just fine the run prior to that. So he was a strong car. We know Parker was looking great. He was up there in the top three. That's just an unfortunate set of circumstances where you're on new tires, so they're just a little slick. And making a pass on the outside took a little bit of aero off of the inside of that car. He just got up into that wall, and it doesn't take much with these cars, Wesley. They're so close to being loose and free that just a touch like that is going to cause some issues, as we saw.
Yeah, I feel bad for those guys, man. It's a tough break as we'll get ready to try to reset this thing and try it one more time here. It's we're in the final, 50 laps of the race for over 50 laps to go. So,
yes, we are. Real quick, I just want to give a shout out to Brian Workman. Brian's a driver here at the SIM500 League. He usually races with us on most nights. He had a family member pass away this week, today, as a matter of fact. So my heart and prayers go out to Brian. Brian, if you happen to be listening, buddy, we're thinking about you up here.
Yeah, another Brian, man, that I'm thinking about, John, is my friend Brian Mattis, buddy. He got ran over head-on by a race car.
Oh, no.
At the race that I was working or TV at on Saturday, and he did have to have multiple surgeries. He had to be airlifted to another hospital. He was in intensive care, but I'm understanding, I checked with his girlfriend today and his mom, and he is doing better. But he is pretty much going to be out on the mend for a while. He's going to have another surgery, and
I saw you.
Man,
I
that's
saw you post that picture. I didn't want to ask you over the air, but since you brought it up, man, what's happening there?
They were in the middle of practice. We got, by the way, getting ready for a restart here in a few more laps. They were getting ready to green flag coming up. They were under practice sessions going on, and there was an incident where a car had flipped over during practice. Well, he was one of the members on the safety crew. Well, the other cars would not slow down. They're literally going around the racetrack. They're ignoring the race director. They're ignoring the red flag. They're ignoring the people on the radios and everything. So I guess he thought he was clear. There was a trailer, a hauler blocking his peripheral vision, if you will, from around the corner. He jumped over the wall and was ready to run across the track to help out Metro and the safety crew with the other driver that flipped his car over, and he got hit on head-on by a race car. And he went flying through the air, and it was very scary. And I thank God he's alive.
Yeah.
But I say this, and I said it to somebody on the phone this afternoon on a conference debrief as well. There's got to be common sense, and you got to learn what the flags mean. You got to learn what stop and go means. You got to learn, you know, what the lights mean. You got to pay attention, I think, is the biggest thing. And if that would have been done, John, that wouldn't have happened, I don't believe.
After we go green here, I've got a question for you. But let's go back to green. Another question for you later on, though.
All right, pace car lights off on the Mustang or the Ford pace car. We're ready for Falkingham and DeBrown back up there in the front again. Got to give props to the Virginia 811 cars of Brian and Howard, man. They've been doing what they need to do, patiently in position, waiting back, ready to strike. Also, Edson's got a good run going for him. Glazer's got a good, solid run as well. And we're ready now for the field to settle back in. There's your first 3 rows. It'll be 43 laps to go when they come back to the Dryden restart zone. Pace car onto the pit lane. Here comes the field. Off of turn 4. Falkingham hits the gas, and he is back. Pulled away 2-3 car lengths before they go to start finish. What a restart. Another flawless restart for Falkingham back to turn 1.
Flawless restart indeed. He's got us guessing up here. This time he took the inside line. He conversed to what he's been doing all night long. But behind him, though, we got a kind of a kerfluffle going, if you will. 33 of Howard thought about passing Kevin DeBrown. Now he's going to tuck in behind him. In the meantime, behind him, Edson pressuring Ryan hard for 4th place right there, Wesley.
Watching them work their way back around the racetrack again with Falkingham now. 0.3 of a second back, if you will. Now comes Howard right there to him, coming after Brown. That's for 2nd spot. And all the while, you know, honestly, Daniel's like, if you guys are going to do this, go ahead. I'm going to pull away.
Peace out. I'm out. Bye.
All right,
caution. Another caution on track.
Oh, 54
it's Coleman.
Round.
Jimmy Coleman.
Got that in stereo there, John Mustian. Toyota Racing Development number 54, Jimmy Coleman going around in the Punisher. If you don't know what the skulls are on that car, that's the Punisher car, John.
Yes, it is. And, yeah.
And he just got punished.
He did.
Part of the pun.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Oh. He and the 42 of Stencil are going to get connected there. And they both got out of shape. Stencil was able to use the wall to counter his spin, if you will. And unfortunately, Jimmy was just out of control at that point. He kept it off the wall, which is good, but then he spins down. And nobody hits him, I don't think, though, so that's good. He didn't hit anything.
All right, what's your question, bud, as we're under caution again here?
Was that short track, that incident took place at one of the short tracks, doesn't allow spotters?
Oh, no. They have spotters. They have spotters up on the roofs there. Yeah.
That's a shame. That's really a shame then if they had spotters. Because I've been to, you know as well as I, there are some short tracks where they just can't accommodate spotters. There's just no place to put them. There's, really no need for them sometimes. But I've always been one that thinks that we should have spotters in just about all the upper echelons of short track racing. Your late model stocks, your super lates, anything that has a high amount of speed like that, where especially when you've got rescue workers trying to get out there and do their job. People don't realize how dangerous it is to be a first responder at a racetrack. But all you got to do is go back and look at history of how many of them have been hurt and killed just trying to do their job and help save somebody that's out on track. It's just a shame to hear. I hope your buddy recovers in a timely but orderly fashion. He's got to do everything those doctors tell him, especially if he's dealing with some sort of a spinal or neck injury or something like that. We'll be praying for him, man.
We're going, hey, Braves fan there.
Isn't that Mons? That's Justin Mons.
That's Mons. He's back. I don't think he wants to be on camera because literally we showed his emotion, John, when he got wrecked while leading at Talladega last
What
time.
emotion? He was just like, whatever.
Well, okay.
He took it a lot better than I would have. Now,
Who's this? Well, there's Mons. There's Mons right there. That's Mons. And who else? Is that Kevin England on the right? Who was that? Somebody connected. We got 2 people connected now at one time. This is awesome, John. This is breakthrough.
That looks like Kevin.
That's John
Oh.
Ottenbacher. John's getting ready for the. John Ottenbacher's getting ready for the Northwest Cup Series at Kansas later tonight.
Oh,
So at least we know what he looks like now.
What are you doing to us, Cody? All right, so we're about to go back to
Charles,
green.
you got to give them credit. They're connecting just to make sure everything's working.
That's right. That's right.
Testing 1, 2. Testing, Swindling. Your instruments are working properly. You know.
What?
Never mind. Never mind.
Buckingham is going to take the top this time. He's going back to that top side. Look at the cloud cover, Wesley. Massive cloud cover coming over. Oh, boy. Here he goes. We lost him.
My phone.
There he goes. We lost him. We've lost the Wesley. We've lost the Wesley.
I'm back. Oh, look at this. Kevin Brown's mimicking the pace car, trying to have like a ghost moment.
I do that, man. It's fun. You can inch up inside the pace car and it looks like you're driving it.
Don't you remember that movie Ghost where Patrick Swayze, God rest his soul, jumped inside the body of Whoopi Goldberg? And
Yes.
don't you ever do that to me again?
Feel violated.
They were not married, Charles. He was not. Oh, well, yes, he was. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Yes, you're exactly right. Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness, girls.
Charles has a heart. I can't believe it. He's like literally, he knew what we were talking about. I love it. See, Charles does have a soft side. Oh, my love. Here we go. We're back to green here at Dover. Oh, my goodness, John. The Brown
What
didn't
was
go.
that?
And
Did he spin his tires?
Yeah, I think he did. And by the way, that was one of the famous lyrics by the Righteous Brothers. I love that song.
Yes. Just not your version of it. Oh, another caution on track. Cautions breed cautions, unfortunately. It looks like that's what's going on tonight as we have, our third one in a row here, Wesley?
Come on, guys. We got another race. Oh, man.
Oh, wow. Roth.
Yeah,
He's done. Roth will be done. That's a smoker. We got a smoker on track here.
I love it when a plan comes together.
I love it when a plan comes together. He's going down through the turns 3 and 4 right here. Oh, look at that guy getting sideways. Oh!
Oh,
Whoa!
my goodness. Holy hell, number 2.
Mike Kelly.
That's number
Mike
2,
Kelly.
We got to go on board with him. This will be fun unless you're somebody that doesn't like dizzy spells.
Oh, do we really want to do that to the fans? George, sit down, George. You're not going to like this.
Sit down, guys. Sit down. We're going to be airborne here in a few minutes.
Look at that field bundled up behind him.
It's like Kelly's had some contact with something, the wall, I don't know what, but he's already got a damaged race car. Yeah, and left front. Look at the left front.
Watch this and listen. Oh, my. Oh, listen.
Oh, God.
Hell, I'm dizzy.
I got to go. I'll be right back.
Oh. Somebody get my partner a vomit bag. Hey, he knocked out our camera.
He did.
Knocked out our camera.
What was that? They've just upped the realism.
He just knocked out our broadcast camera. Well, there goes $5,000. Listen.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that was an unbelievable ride. A little bit of, I don't know if he had help there or not. It was hard to see. Did he?
It looked like he tagged the back end of the 3 car there. And that's what made him get loose. Of course, the 3 car is the driver, Jeff Ryan. But, I mean, Ryan's not at fault. I mean, might have sent it in there a little too hard, maybe.
Let's find out. Yeah, it looks like on that restart, he just did. I guess he didn't expect Jeff to be where he was.
Yeah.
And he exited that turn so low right there. And we talked about that. If you exit that turn that low, you just got to be very, very careful getting on the throttle because you're going to be wicked loose. And that's exactly what happened. He just exited the turn low and got loose, trying to miss the 3-car Jeff Ryan. And, wow. And he's gone straight to the infield care center.
Hey, John.
Roth. Yes, sir.
What is something that we love to talk about every Wednesday afternoon?
Pizza.
Besides pizza, racing related.
Oh, every Wednesday afternoon?
Yeah.
Some crazy podcast that some crazy people do. I don't know, some crazy bearded redheaded dude that looks like he's gonna kill everybody in sight at one point, and then he's the happiest guy the next. And then there's some guy with a haircut that I don't know, looks like little Adolf or something. Is that what you're talking about?
What are you serious? Wow, he ruined the promo. Anyhow, finish line, ladies and gentlemen. I just got the final guess confirmed, and guess who it is? The Bristol winner of the World of Outlaws, Ricky Weiss from Manitoba, Canada.
What?
The Manitoba Missile is going to be joining us for the first time ever on finish line. Dustin Linville, winner of the damn Yankees 50. No disrespect to Yankees out there. It's just the name of the race in Kentucky. That race, Dustin Linville, the Raging Rooster, is going to be on. John Ruggiero Jr., also Drake Troutman. Danny Lockamy is going to be on to preview NASCAR weekend at Darlington. Mason Maggio, and of course also Dan Speeney. What a guest lineup for finish line. That's Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern.
That is going to be a great podcast, my friend.
Yes, we got to bring you in, dude. I hear you all the time.
I'm a little jelly.
I'm a little spicy taco, man. Come say hello. And then I try to encourage you, and you disappear with your flaming hot emoji.
I just like to pop in and see how upset Cody's getting. That's all he had to do.
Don't get Charles upset on finish line.
No, you don't. I'll give you credit where credit's due. You keep him kind of calm. But it was funny the other night. His lighting in his room had him looking like a big blueberry.
Whoa.
Like that Veruca Salt character in what was that, Willy Wonka?
He said it.
Don't repeat that.
If you only heard what goes on behind the scenes, people. We've got promotion of violence behind the scenes here. It's better than what's going on with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard on TV.
Oh my
Here we go.
Green flag.
Ready for the green flag in the Dryden restart zone. Ready for the green in the box. Hey, by the way, did you see that two red lines? You saw the single red line. You saw the double red line. Remember when we were talking about that box where you can fire? That's why Falkingham went so quickly.
Yep. Anytime between those two lines, or those two sets of lines.
Or after.
Or after, correct. And, I mean, the thing is, and not so much as with Falkingham, but the guys that start in second, anytime after that first red line, they can go and not get penalized now. That's the rule that I was told.
Yeah, I love that now. But on the original start, they do not have to fire in the box. I mean, they could literally take it all the way to the flag stand like we saw the original start go. Yep. I mean, they literally got, 25 yards to the flag stand, and then the flagman unfurled the green. So, by the way, we are 40 laps to go this time by. Seems like since we got past lap 100, Johnny boy, we've had this stretch of green caution. Guys, we got another race coming up. They got to realize that. We got to get this thing
fight
finished.
For the lead up front. The Brown trying to make it down on the inside. They're just not going to be able to do it. Now he's going to be forced to exit low. Falkingham keeps it down. Falkingham in the wall. Falkingham's leader is Ricky.
The leader just got turned by the Brown. The Brown got to the left rear. Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me, John? What did we just see?
We saw exactly what happens when two very competitive guys get next to each other. Listen, just watch this.
Left rear, watch the 93 into the 39, and he already got sideways up in the wall. Oh, see, Falkingham had already hit the wall. See, John, I really can't say that is the Browns' fault. Falkingham hit the outside retaining wall, and then that made the Brown have nowhere to go but hit the left rear of the 39.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. I'm looking at it from a little bit of a different angle, and as they exit the turn right here, the Brown got him a little bit loose.
Yeah.
Let me turn that audio off. I'm sorry if you guys.
Okay, so it looks like he gave him a little shot to the left rear when they were exiting turn 4, but it wasn't anything that I would say. rough driving or intentional.
No,
But
not intentional.
When
But
Falkenham got up in the marbles and hit the wall, and then he came back down in front of Falkenham, he hit the left rear, or hit the Brown. The Brown hit the left rear and spun him around.
yeah, what it looked like there was, remember how I told you when these guys come up out of the turn, they're very, very light, right?
Yeah.
So all it took was just that little touch, that little initial touch from the 93 on that left rear corner of Falkenham. So his car went into what they call a four-wheel drift, straight into the wall. It wasn't far, thank goodness, but what happens is that wall is going to shoot him right back down into the Brown, and that's pretty much what happened. That wasn't something intentional. That was basically, you know, a guy defending his lead and a guy trying to take that lead away from him, man. That's just racing. I've known Kevin for a while. He's not the kind of guy that's going to wreck you for a win. He's not going to wreck you for the lead. That was just a really hard racing. Very unfortunate for Daniel Falkenham, who's been very dominant tonight, Wesley. Very dominant indeed.
And all the while, my friend, this changes everything.
Oh, gosh, yes.
We haven't done it in a while. Can we step away and go to a break?
Please.
Let's thank our sponsors, NC811, Call Before You Dig, the Cup Series, Finish Line, details and more. Coming up next, when we come back, we'll take you to the finish at Dover. Hey, it's broadcast personality Wesley Outlet up topside at one of the great racetracks of the world, the Caraway Speedway. And I'd like to remind you to join us every Wednesday afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern to 3 p.m. Eastern with coverage of Finish Line, where we talk to everybody from NASCAR to grassroots, like right here at Caraway Speedway, Carolina's Fox Sports Radio affiliates, iHeartRadio, and on the Community Radio Network at 87.5 FM. And remember, thanks to Live Sim Racing Productions, you can actually see the guest panel, ask their questions, get interactive with us with comments and so much more in our chat box. Finish Line every Wednesday. Join us every week.
If recent storms have caused damage to your property, contact 811 before you begin your cleanup. Buried utilities around uprooted trees can make a bad situation worse if those lines are not located before digging. Electric, natural gas, and internet lines are everywhere, and knowing where they are is the safest way to start any digging project. Call North Carolina 811 by dialing 811 or by using single address ticket on nc811.org or the NC811 app.
This is our series,
So many different pieces that you have to watch out for.
where the stakes are always higher,
$300,000.
where virtual meets reality,
How bad do you want it? They're wasting no time getting at it.
where the best thrive and the flawless win. This is the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series.
Welcome back. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Look at this radar. This is in our production studio for Live Sim Racing in Rocket Media, John, in Wichita Falls, Texas. And that is what is coming Charles Way. Jesus, brother, be safe.
Cody, I am east of you. You just keep that crap over there, buddy.
I'm east of you. I'm the deep east. Like I'm the. Am I east of all? Am I east of all of y'all? I think I am.
You
right?
are. Yeah.
I'm deep east. Keep it deep east away from all of you. No, John, Charles, in serious note though, brother, be safe, man. Seriously.
Yeah, for real. Oh.
Stay up all night at night. Keep your weather app on the Weather Channel for the local on the 8s.
35 laps to go. Green flag is out. The Brown off to a nice start. He's got Ryan down there on the inside in the Virginia 811 car. And back there we got Ryan Howard and the other one, Trey Edson, there in third. Wesley, this is shaping up to be a hell of a fight this time.
Oh, yes. Yeah, you're right.
Are you okay, buddy?
I'm sorry. I was doing the Weather Channel. You know, the little jingle, you know. We're coming up on lap 128. I said the local on the 8s. Okay, so, hey, Brown is the man out in front.
Falkenham out of shape on the backstretch. Sorry.
Whoa. Yeah, I think Falkenham's driving ticked off probably. He's driving like, wow, is his app? Well, I just about said, you know what? Is the back of his car gone?
Yeah, it's gone. He's got an open trunk. Well, I can see his fuel cell. So
Got a lot of junk in his trunk.
No, he's got no junk in his trunk. That's the problem. Light. There's nothing there.
I would be so furious right now if I was 39, but I mean, I can't really be mad at the 93 because, you know, kind of, you know.
You know what's really crazy, Wesley, is I'm looking at his lap times, even coming through traffic with a broken car. This kid's, oh, another car out of shape and into the wall hard on the backstretch. I'm not sure if we're going to get the caution for that or not.
No caution, no caution.
Nope, no caution at all.
No
wow.
caution, no caution, no caution. Look at Daly.
That was the 42, I'm not sure.
Is that Mons? Mons and Daly going at it. Coleman going at it. And we are 30 laps to go now, John. 30 to go.
Do not count out Falkingham. He's turning 22.87 laps right now. That's qualifying speed laps, man.
With the missing
no back end. Oh my God.
The rear end of the car is completely severed.
Look at this.
Look at this. Wow.
And he is flying, dude. He is turning qualifying speed laps. Do you hear what I'm saying? There's just,
Can I use the quote from the guy from Ricky Bobby? You're driving the crew chief.
What was the line?
You're driving like a pissed off teenager.
Yes.
Like, seriously, look at him.
And that's what he is. He's a teenager and he's angry.
Oh, he is a teenager. Okay, well, that goes hand in hand. That is not hashtag fake news, people. This
21.97. Last lap, 21.97, coming through traffic with a damaged car. I'm telling you, DeBrown needs to get this race over with. He's got 27 laps left. Oh, we got a red caution. Caution on the track.
Caution out with 27 to go. Yellow flag flies. Was it Falkenham?
No, it wasn't, but it was in front of him. It was in front of him.
Oh, it's Scott Stencil.
Stencel's having a bad night, man. He really is.
Stencil on the pit lane in 42. No, my apologies. That's EJ O'Rourke. That's the 41.
Sorry, Scott.
I'm a number off. I'm dyslexic. I'm dyslexic. I'm sorry. Watch this, John. Look what happened.
No, it happened way up ahead of him. That wasn't even him to cause the caution. He was the one that spun out with Falkingham right in front of him earlier. He just went in the pit road really high.
Yeah, he just came to the pits. What the hell? Where's the caution at?
The caution is with Thomas O'Leary in the 08 and Jose Gonzalez.
Oh, Macho Taco. Now, you know, Jose, it's not officially Taco Tuesday just yet. Watch this, 26 and 08 in the Snakes match, if you will. Contact, oh my, pushed him up the track. Oh, but did you see Falkenham get by though, John?
Yes, I did. I saw it.
Why would they throw a caution for that shenanigans? Like, seriously.
Shenanigans. Well, I'll tell you what, that caution is kind of what Falkingham wanted to see. That's going to give him a chance to cool his tires off. And, I mean, he's 15th, Wesley. I'm kind of worried about DeBrown right now. I can't help but wonder what's going to happen to DeBrown.
What about Falkingham? What about Falkingham?
That's what I'm saying. If Falkingham gets back up there, I can't help but wonder what might happen to DeBrown. I've never seen Daniel pay back anybody, but there's always a first, right?
I mean, you know, potatoes.
Hey, but here's the thing. He's going to have less than 20 laps to go, I think, or maybe a little over 20 laps to go when we do go back to green. And he's got 14 cars to pass to get up there, so. And I don't know if any of these guys are just going to let him go. I mean, I wouldn't, you know. Yeah, he's the fastest car in the league, apparently, and apparently can drive any type of car with any kind of damage on it. But I still wouldn't let him go. He doesn't even have a spoiler, guys. How is this car?
Can we look at his car? Charles, can you show the car again? Look at the 39.
Do it from the chase view.
Yeah, from the not the 93. The 93 is the Brown. We're looking for.
I don't think Cody cares.
I think Charles likes being told what to do. Please, Mr. Producer. I said please. Please. Oh.
Oh, if you want to send some of that money my way, I'll
It's
take it.
collecting money. Donations, por favor, senora. Oh, yes. Oh, that's right. Yes, there is a new series, John. It was unveiled earlier this afternoon, buddy. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be a part of it along with yourself, Samuel Dyer, of course, also Justin Prince, all of the star players of iRacing on LSRTV. And it's going to be a short track series, man. We're going to see late models on Myrtle Beach, New Smyrna, Five Flags, Southern National, South Boston, Langley, Hickory Dickory Dock. Hey, Jeff always says me and you are like brothers from the other John's, Charles. So we're always thinking the same thing. Hey, by the way, John, can we say Happy Mother's Day, all you mommies out there, if you're watching? Because SIM500 will be back the day after Mother's Day. So Happy Mother's Day, moms.
Preemptive. Mom, I love you. All right, Falkingham's up top, 14th. We got Brown up top in first, down to his inside treads, and Wesley bring us back to green.
Can Falkingham run down Brown, do you think, John?
I do.
Has he got time, do you think?
I do. I'm watching him. I'm in the server watching him, and he is coming through traffic like a hot knife through butter, dude.
Well, we're watching him now on the broadcast. He's trying to go for 2-for-1 now on Monza Gonzalez.
Oh, that's a risky move. That's a risky move. Oh, my God.
Wow, what a crazy move by Falkingham, and he cleared him.
Well, are we seeing this?
That put him in ninth, John.
Yes, I'm telling you. Look at how much speed he makes up on these guys.
How is he doing this with no back end of the car?
I don't know.
Look at he's going for him again. He's going after him again. Look at Coleman, Talladega winner last week, along with also the 10 of Beasley and Daly. 3-for-1. Are you going to go in the middle? He's going to go to the bottom.
Oh.
Wow.
I mean, this is going to be a historical run right here. If he pulls this off, man, I quit racing the SIM500. I'm done. I'm done. I am retiring from any SIM500 racing ever again.
We'll put him up to 7th now because now he's after Coleman. Coleman, Daly, Howard, Ryan, Edson, and then he's right back with the Brown for the lead. And we are also at 20 laps to go here at Dover.
All over the back door and I hate that. I'm sorry that we're focused, folks, on this run by Falkingham when we've got Brown up front. But it's just, you guys don't, for you that don't understand the gravity of what you're seeing, this car should not be driving the way it is right now.
No, hell no. There's no way possible. That's what's confusing me.
I mean, he's got nothing as far as aerodynamics go on the back of this car. Everything that keeps the back end of this car glued to the ground with what little downforce they have is gone. Caution on the speedway.
And he just gave a push to Coleman to get him out of the way. He was coming after Coleman and Daly for 7th and 6th. And the yellow flag is out with 18 to go.
And I have no idea who the caution came out of that. Sorry.
And mind you, John, all this does, is we're in the back. Watch this here. I think it's Scott Simley and Kevin O'Leary again.
Tim O'Leary. And it is.
Oh, he lost it.
Almost.
He lost it. Hey, Fishtail lost it.
But he didn't hit it.
Gotta give him props though, John. Kept it off the wall.
Yeah, that's excellent right there. That's hard to do at Dover because the walls are pretty close together. You know what I'm saying?
John, that's shades of what Jimmy Johnson or even what Kyle Larson did today in the Dryden Duramax 400 for the Cup Series. Yeah.
Larson, man, that was unbelievable. I don't know if it was more skill or luck. Couldn't really decide either way, but whatever it was, man, the fact that he didn't hit anything after spinning out like that. The downside was he did some pretty extensive damage to the right side of that car when the tires started shredding fenders. Did you see that?
Yes, he surely did. And, of course, almost 540 some odd days since Chase Elliott has won. Now, granted, Chase Elliott's won other races, but he's won races on like road
The
courses,
Roval,
okay,
yeah.
Watkins Glen or the Roval at Charlotte, you know. But with that being said, as far as round track racing, 540 plus days when he won at Dover this afternoon. And John, another statistic: all 4 Hendrick Motorsports drivers have now won this year on the Cup Series.
What?
Yep.
Hendricks has got. Hendricks.
You think about it. You got Chase
on.
Elliott. You've got Kyle Larson. You've got, of course, Alex Bowman.
Bowman, yeah.
And
Bowman's
you've
having a
got
great year.
William Byron. All those guys have won races this year out of, 9 weeks of races on the Cup Series. Yep.
And Bowman is having a stellar season this year. He really is.
Man, I'll tell you, a lot of people believe that Alex Bowman might possibly be, the next the next personification of a champion with the series, for sure, definitely. And, of course, the big question, John, is what's going to happen with what's going to happen to Gibbs.
With Kyle Busch's contract,
the rumor is Kyle Busch has been offered, hey, we want you to stay at Joe Gibbs Racing, but we're only going to pay you half of your salary.
Yeah.
Which, in my opinion, love him or hate him, John, the guy is talented. And I think he deserves more than half pay for his success with Joe Gibbs Racing.
If I may, this is going to be a very unpopular opinion. I have taken heat for it before, but I will say it again. If you look at Kyle Busch's driving style and the way that he approaches every single race every week, it is exactly the same way that Dale Sr. was in his career.
You're exactly right. You're exactly right. Yes.
And I mean, I was a huge Dale Earnhardt Sr. fan. The difference between Dale Sr. and Kyle Busch is all personality. But when you put them on the track, they are identical.
You're exactly right. And the sad reality is now Joe Gibbs' grandson, Ty Gibbs, who's kind of ruffled some feathers here this year, but he's a pretty good driver as well. I've seen him in ARCA. And some noses. You're exactly right. Him and Sam Mayer. But I will say this, though, John. He is talented, but I think they are rushing him up the ladder too soon. I'm sorry.
Wholeheartely agree with you on that.
I'm sorry. I think that, he needed more time in the truck, and then they bushed him up into Xfinity. And don't get me wrong, he's won a couple of Xfinity races. He's won races this year. He's won races last year. But now it's like, hey, Granddad, I'm ready to run your car now. And obviously, here's the thing. Friends is friends. Business is business. But Justin, and we've talked about this coming up in Northwest, John, as well. Me and him will probably talk about this on the subject like we are. Family and business is always going to overrule a friendship. I'm just being honest.
Absolutely.
And I really think that Ty Gibbs is going to be the new driver of Joe Gibbs Racing. It's going to happen.
Yep, I absolutely agree with you, man. Well, hey, we got one to finish up right here. 15 to go. And yes, sir, Falkingham inside back there in 7th place. God, I wish we could play the Jaws theme right now. It would be so appropriate.
We're back to green with 14 remaining at Dover. You got to know, John. You got to know. Kevin DeBrown's got to know. Falkingham.
Oh my gosh, he's making his move now, passing up Coleman on the inside. Oh, wiggles a little bit.
Little wiggle, he's got it sideways, got a little wiggle there.
Yeah, Daly got loose.
Jiggle and a giggle and a bobble. Up the hill.
I don't think they were giggling. Oh, caution. Another caution. This is what DeBrown wants to see. Oh, wow.
Holyfield spun around in the one car.
He got wrinkled up bad. Look, he's missing a bumper too.
Yeah,
and now he's going to knock his end off of it. Right? What helped Falkingham here is I believe all of his damage is back there on the back end of the car. So he's got full power, which is definitely helping him out. He's got full idea.
Ask him, if he gets on the podium, John, I'm like, all right, what's the secret? The SIM500 Cup tech officials want to know what the secret was, okay?
Hey, man. You joke, but I'm like, oh, wow, what was that? That was just, oh, wow. Jeff
was
Ryan.
That Calatoni and Ryan?
Yeah, that was
Holyfield.
Calatoni and Holyfield and Ryan, yeah. If I'm Joey Jatina right about now, if this kid pulls this off, I'm going to have him sit down with his cell phone and record him turning on his computer, setting up his wheel, and logging into the server for the race. For the next one. I'm just throwing that out there. I want to see.
They're like, hey, buddy, what is your secret? What
What's
did you
going on
do?
here, pal? Because I'm astounded, and I'm not trying to take anything away from Daniel. Like I have said before 100 times tonight, and probably 100 times before this, the kid is amazing. I mean, he just does nothing but win and run fast in pretty much every car this league runs. But what we're witnessing right here is just it's not supposed to happen. You're not supposed to be able to knock the back end off the race car, come from dead last on the field through everybody, and be possibly challenging, I should say, for the lead like he is, you know. But we're about to go to 10 to go. And this is, like I said, this is what DeBrown wants to see. He wants to see caution laps. He wants to see caution laps while Falkingham, who apparently is still the fastest car on track, is mired back in traffic. You follow what I'm saying?
Miles the Monster has been very unfriendly today.
Yes, he has.
Tonight.
He's been, as we say down here in Cajun land, he's been mangéing on them race cars, Shaq.
I'm going to give you something, Charles. I want you to put it up on the screen, buddy, if you can, please, my friend, if you would. It just goes hand in hand for tonight. Check your... No, it's not a meme. Check your messenger, okay? God almighty, I ain't trying to be professional, okay? Like, seriously.
Oh, my goodness.
12
want to see it.
12 laps to go.
Oh, is Miles eating something that he shouldn't be?
11 laps to go. He stole my... Yes, you do, alfalfa. Okay?
He set up.
You put up the Doppler radar. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm cutting up with the producer. But listen, it's Miles the Monster hand in hand with the track. Okay? I mean, he chopped people up. Okay, that's fine. I don't care. Do it. I don't care.
I wish the people that are listening to this hear what we're hearing in our
I'm telling you, John, for one night only, I wish that they would just unleash the curtain, come out of the closet, unveil everything that we do on the air, behind the scenes.
All right. All right. Well, real quick, Wesley, while we have just a bit of a break in the action here, I want to go over attrition. Attrition right now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 cars have now retired from tonight's race out of the 42 that we started with. That's a huge chunk of cars. You said that monster was eating. He is eating heartily tonight.
He has. If Charles would show what I'm talking about. Lights off on the pace car, by the way. We're getting ready for the restart here.
Hey, he's actually outside the parking lot in the sim, by the way.
He is.
Yes.
You can see him.
Yes, sir.
Kansas, by the way, coming up next. We're going from Miles the Monster at Dover, chomping up cars, eating them left and right, to, of course, Eddie Am and Toto in Kansas. And look out, it's a twister. Only fitting, John, that severe weather is in Charles' world.
Place like home. There's no place like home.
It's a twister. It's a twister, Eddie Am. It's a twister. It's a... The 10 laps to go.
Says it like it's something new, Wesley.
10 laps to go. It'll be to Brown on the outside. Edson, you know, he wants some redemption from the race at Talladega last week. You know that.
Yes, he does.
And keep an eye on the 7th place car. He's already coming after him. Falkingham, 10-lap shootout at Dover.
Man, you got Beasley up there in the top 10. You got Coleman out the outside. Coleman getting passed now down low by Falkingham, who is coming with a purpose right now. Meantime, out front, Kevin DeBrown trying to stretch that lead out a little bit.
Try to go for 2 for 1. Falkingham on the outside, looking after Daly, looking on Howard, finally cleared Coleman.
And that's what DeBrown wants to see. He wants to see these guys hold that 39 car up, man. 8 laps to go. DeBrown out front. He's got Edson right there on his back door, so he's got his hands full of a lot of cars out on track right now. In the meantime, Falkingham, whoa, my goodness.
Boy, with great saves by both cars. Daly was sideways. Howard got pushed up the hill. Falkingham says, get the heck out of my way. I'm going now. 7 to go at Dover.
3 wide is not going to work, boys. Oh, my goodness. Howard 3 wide with Gonzalez right there. And is that the 31 car?
That is. It's the car powered. And it's also, oh my.
Oh, it's Henderson, the 37
No, it's
car.
Henderson. It's
Yeah.
Henderson at 37. Got a car off the pace to the bottom.
Oh, fuck
He
him.
clears Daly. He goes to third.
Fourth.
The
He's
fourth.
in fourth. Oh, boy.
He's in
But he's
fourth.
running out of time. I don't think he's got time. Wesley.
Unless we get a
Crash
caution.
the ground.
Unless we get a caution.
Oh.
You bunched him back up. He'll be on the outside of the front row. Look at now, Edson. Edson now in second.
Gosh, he's going to get a podium, I think.
Brown is coming. Here's the battle now, first, second, and third. You got to watch that one now. As Edson and Ron are battling. Ron clears Edson for second. 5 to go here at Dover. They're off turn 2.
5 to go. We have legit a chance at a 4-car battle for the lead. Right now, it's definitely a 2-car battle. Ryan's about to get up there to the back door of Brown. I'm telling you, he's going to get on that bumper right there. Probably try and get him loosened up. 5 to go as we come across line. 4 to go, Wesley. I'm hyperventilating. Give me a minute.
Could we be setting ourselves up for another crazy SIM500 finish? It has been that way for numerous weeks at Richmond, at, of course, Martinsville, the dirt race at Bristol, Talladega, and now here tonight at Dover, off of turn 4. 4 miles becomes 3 miles to go, 3 to go. If you better go, you better go now. It's the Brown, Ryan, Edson, Falkingham. That's your top 4 off turn 2.
Falkingham working the back bumper right now with Edson. He might get by Edson. I just don't think he's got enough time to get up there to Brown. In the meantime, we saw Ryan make the move to get around Edson. It looked like he had a lot of car there to catch up to DeBrown, but DeBrown has kind of stretched out just about a half a tenth right there. So it looks like it's DeBrown's race to win right here with 2 to go. Wesley, 2 to go on the back
2 to
straight.
go. Back straightaway now. They're starting to close in on one another, but it looks like Falkingham is trying to get around Edson on the podium for that 3rd spot. Meanwhile, Ryan trying to get to Brown. White flag, CRN 1 to go. One more lap at Dover. They're in turn 1 for the final time. Can DeBrown hold on after bad luck at Talladega?
It looks like he's got a good chance at it right here. In the meantime, we got a great battle going on for 3rd place. Ryan backs off a little bit. Going to try one more shot going down to 3 and 4. As we come through 3 and 4 for the last time, see DeBrown out front.
Another first-time winner this year on the series, Kevin DeBrown. Racing Pride 93 wins here tonight at Dover. And all the while, Falkingham has crashed. He was trying to get around Edson, and they're crashing him. Cars are crashing, flipping Simley upside down.
Humanity.
Oh, my goodness.
The humanity. I want to talk to Falkingham after this race, guys. I really, really do. I know he's 4th place, but I think we need to interview that boy.
The Brown, Ryan, Edson,
Okay,
and
copy that.
Falkingham. The rundown here. The celebration about to begin here for Kevin DeBrown. He now picks up the win at Dover. Let's take a look at the unofficial results here tonight. Oh man, DeBrown is the winner. Tommy Ryan 2nd, Edson 3rd, Falkingham, Daly, Coleman, Mons, Howard, Beasley, Comstock, the top 10. Top 20 on the grid includes Henderson, Coleman, Glazier, Simley, Gonzalez, Stencil, Campbell, Yoakum, Callan, Tony, Nicholson, John. Halfway through the field where Miles the Munster chewed him up and spit him out at Dover tonight.
Indeed, he did. 21st was Ron Holyfield. 22nd, Doug Sigmund. 23rd, Tommy O'Leary. 24th, Stoney Benfield. 25th, E.J. O'Rourke. 26th, J. Randall Watkins. 27th, Joey Jettina. 28th, Doug Roth. 29th, Mark Jorgensen. 30th, Mike Kelly, who went for a wild ride on the backstretch. 31 to be Jeff Ryan. 32nd, Josh Parker. 33rd, Gerald Livingston. 34th, Mike Montezi. 35th, Doy Woods. 36th, Nelson Rivera. 37th, Brian V. Macklin. 38th is going to be Robert Friere III. 39th, Tyler Dalton. 40th, Charlie Woods. 41st, John Adams. And 42nd, John Fowler.
So we're going to step away real quickly, and we're going to grab a word with the top 3. We've got another broadcast coming up. Justin Prince alongside with myself for the Northwest Cup Series at Kansas. Don't go anywhere. We wrap it up at Dover next. Hey, it's time for the finish line post-race wrap-up, and we have got to do it quickly here tonight at Dover. We're going to grab a word with the third-place man, Trey Edson, up 15 spots when the race ended. Trey, way to redeem yourself, buddy, especially after some bad luck at the end of that crazy finish at Talladega, where it looked like you were going to win here last night. You're taking Dover.
I'll take it. It's funny Kevin won because he kind of killed us both last week at Talladega, so it's fun to battle him again. Really ran the whole race with nose damage. I got on the initial start, and then I put it in the wall there side by side with Tommy. Really for no reason. Don't even know what I was doing, but I hit the wall going down the straightaway, and it gave me right front damage and just kind of made it a handful. I was driving the living crap out of it right there at the end and got loose 2 or 3 times. So, but survived a hell of a mess. I wouldn't say it was a good race, and I'll take a third.
Great race, great comeback tonight. Trey, who do you got to give a shout-out to for your third-place run, bud?
I just got to thank Scott Stenzel and Personal Comfort and everybody that supports us on our Aftermath team. And everybody head over to personalcomfortbed.com. Check that out. There's always some deals there. Thanks to you guys. Thanks to all the sponsors of the league and Joey and everyone that keeps this thing going.
Well, that's Trey Edson, again, the number 7 in the end. He'll finish on the podium in third. Tommy Ryan will be the runner-up for this race here tonight at Dover. Tommy, you're taking things, and it was pretty wild. You tried to run down the Brown there at the end, just ran out of time. Second spot.
Yeah, I'll just mimic what Trey said there. It was a mess, and I did not want to be in the back of that. So I just tried to maintain track position, and yeah, I was going for it there at the end. Obviously, you guys saw I was just overdriving the corner, just trying to make Kevin just make any kind of mistake so I could get some kind of a run, and I barely got there, but all he had to do was hit his marks. Man, when you're clean air, it's really tough to screw up. So, yeah.
Hey, Tommy, John Mushin, great run tonight, buddy. Great podium finish. Who do you want to give a shout-out to for your run tonight?
Oh, yeah, obviously the big sponsor, Virginia811.com, Northern Toilet Equipment, and thank you guys for putting on the broadcast, and Joey for putting up with everybody. And he'll have I'm sure, some conversations after this one. So see you guys next week.
Pretty cool to see the Virginia 811 call before you dig car there in the 99 of Tommy Ryan second. The winner, Kevin Brownie, joins the other list of guys on SIM500 this year. First win of the season for the driver. And Kevin, your take of this race, man, it was pretty wild.
Yeah, wild is definitely to say the least. Sucks that, Daniel got involved in the wreck with us, but it come out on our end, so I can't be too mad about it.
Well, real quick, Kevin, talking about that incident, that contact, what happened from your point of view?
Well, I saw him screw up turn 1 and 2 a little bit, and I thought I was going to dive in on turn 3, and I think he got a little bit too tight and bounced off the wall, and I'm really, really lucky that he didn't end up collecting me after bouncing off the wall, but like I said, it was a good race all around.
Yeah, I was going to say that. You definitely was lucky he didn't collect you. Final question and segue into your sponsors so we can get off this air. What does it mean to be one of the drivers now of 6 or 7 that have now joined, obviously Falkenham and Coleman as repeat winners, but other drivers as winners, including Howard Rivera, Macklin, Daly, and now Arnold, Glazier, and yourself?
It's pretty cool. It's nice to know we're in the playoffs now, and yeah, like I said, just like to thank Chris Caboose painting a beautiful paint scheme, Racing Pride for coming on this year and on the car, and you guys are putting on a beautiful, beautiful broadcast. Can't wait to go watch it, SIM500, and yeah, appreciate it, guys.
So Kevin Brown defeats Miles the Munster. A wild race here tonight in round number 9 at Dover. Round 10 next week at the SIM500 throwback at Darlington Raceway. That'll be a fun 200 miles, 134 laps. John, always fun working with you, buddy. Your take of everything. And, of course, you can always follow the series at sim500.com.
Great race tonight. I mean, a nail-biter all the way through. Stuff going on everywhere. Little point, and I'll get out your ear real quick. 116 laps. That's the number of laps. Daniel Falkenham led tonight, came up short. Kevin led 40, and he led the one that counted. So, hey, I thought it was a fantastic race. Daniel may not agree with me, but I thought it was great. I look forward to seeing you next week, and I'm going to let you guys get on out of here and go do your next one.
Darlington next week, Kansas, Charlotte, all on the way before the Memorial Day break for the NC811 Call Before You Dig Cup Series SIM500 League. Of course, stand by. We're back in about less than 15 minutes with Justin Prince and myself for coverage of the Northwest Cup Series from Kansas. And yes, Kansas is on the way soon for also the SIM500 Series. But now it's on